Hey guys, and welcome to Tremahia. Oh boy. Alright, first we have a couple of announcements to do here. If you guys remember, back in a couple of months ago, we had our sponsor. They're still with us, Canted Candles.
Oh my
if
god!
If you head over to cantedcandles.com and type in triangle and flame, all caps, one word, you'll get 10% off your final purchase.
Some dope-ass candles.
Very nice.
So one thing that we also introduced last week was the website. You can go ahead and head over there, listen to the podcast if you want to catch up, and you may do so currently live, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. I'm really excited about it. We've been working very, very hard on that project. Hey guys, next week and the week after, we will be doing a 2-episode one-shot. It's a little surprise. We've been working pretty hard on it. It looks really cool. But yeah, that'll be the 26th of August and the 2nd of September. And the next 2 Sundays, just to remember that, yes.
But they will not be live.
They will not be live.
That being said, those of us that can, we will join you in chat and put up with the agony of watching ourselves live.
We've done that
with
before.
our guest DM, who's going to be DMing the thing.
Oh, that's right.
right.
Can we say that? Can we say that?
Are we allowed to say that?
I
what?
just did.
What the hell?
Why not?
Yeah.
Yep, Adam will be our guest DM for this one shot.
Right, so all of the shit you put on him, he's going to bring it right
I
back to you.
know.
It's gonna rain
I
down
realize
We're
that.
just there for to witness it. We're
Yeah.
not going to play.
That's
Yeah. You see Muggsy's missing arm?
Jesus.
wow. Well, with that,
It should be fun. It's hopefully going to be a really funny little one-shot / 2-shot. So I think you guys will enjoy it. Come ready to laugh, because I think that's what we are all pretty much signing up for. So,
all right. The drink of the night is bug juice.
Bug juice?
Adam, you want to tell us a little bit about this guy?
yeah. So we found a couple grasshoppers out back, and I just squeezed them really hard, and eventually.
Great reactions.
So yeah, in honor of our absolute decimation of the horrible bug queen from last week. Sorry, spoilers if anyone's just tuning in. But decided to make this guy. This is kind of like a Midori martini. So it's got a Midori melon liqueur, which is really delicious. But it's also got a little vodka, a little gin, little pink lemonade, which may seem like a weird twist, but it works. It's perfect, yeah. And it's quite tasty, and you can throw in, if you want like a little eyeball, like I got floating around in mine, you can either throw in an olive, or if you really want something tasty,
or an eyeball.
If you've never heard of it, it's called a lychee or a lychee, and they're these little white, kind of grapey looking things that are super good. I ran out, so we don't have them. So olives it is.
It was really easy for Adam to make this drink tonight because he just took Highland's hair and wrung it out.
At least the last taste in Highland's mouth before she passed out was decent. Thank you, Adam.
You're welcome.
That's not canon.
Sweet on the
and
inside,
you know it.
fucking atrocious on the outside.
That's not canon, and you know it. All right. In addition to a few things that we introduced last week, the bar to your right. Yes.
Right.
Yeah. Stage.
Good job.
Right. I know. Thank you. Do I get an inspiration? Yeah, guys, we have implemented the bits bar to the right. Amber, go ahead and talk a little bit about that, if you don't mind.
Yes, yeah. So for those of you that were not here last week, we implemented the bits bar. And as you cheer us on and give us more bits, that bar will fill up. And as we reach different tick marks, we get different prizes. So some people donated during the reruns last week, which we were super excited about, but did not expect. So
You guys are awesome.
Thank you.
to say thank you, we actually went ahead and added those to our current goal today. So we have 2 tick marks already that we've reached. So I'm going
Do we want to roll those now?
roll the magical dice. I'm going to do the first one.
Yeah, thanks for putting registers
Yeah.
into my plan.
Wait a second,
guys,
didn't you roll Gil last time?
Nope, that didn't happen.
Gil, fuck!
All right, so the
let's see.
D6 for today is Donna.
Boom!
Yay!
Taste
Do you want to do the second
D6.
one?
Yes, I'm going to do the second one.
Sweet.
All right, let's see how this bad boy goes. All right.
That's his DM, yo.
That's
they're not
Don
around.
Man. Oh, me again. That's crazy. I'll take it again.
That's your superhero
So
alter ego.
Adam is
Don
now
Don.
no longer rolling.
Day
That's
Man.
not fair.
I'll put that right there.
Also, Kat could be with us today. She is
Yeah.
still traversing the world and beating
Beating
people
people
in
with
the
chairs.
ring.
Yep.
Yeah, beating people with chairs. But that's not her job. She just does that.
Still on the bits bar. The final goal for today has changed. Today we are doing a natural 1, which means you can gift, i.e. force, any one roll into a natural 1.
Yeah, including. So if a PC was to get it, we can either choose an NPC or another PC to force it upon.
Anything you want.
Yes, intrigue ensues.
So that could be fun. We really did it because it's what we wanted to do.
Bring it on,
Yeah, that's what this game has
suckers.
been missing is backstabbing.
Throwing wrenches into my plan. But I guess I love that. So, all right.
Yeah, you do.
Going to the recap. All right, let's bring it down, everyone.
Dun dun dun.
You're dead.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. All right.
What?
No, good game, guys.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining for the bits. Our intrepid adventurers within the walls of the keep of Zetona, a keep that was once impenetrable and the first mile gate into the Westland and Haven. Even though a siege took place outside the walls, the fortification has been breached from underneath. Not from an enemy nation nor a demon cultist, but from a large slug-like monstrosity. This colony of bugs tore a hole in the larder deep beneath the surface of the keep. The brave band of adventurers known as the Fatebound descended into the depths, led by Kalen, a guard of Zetona. Just when they reached the larder, Kalen was attacked and eaten.
He's a douchebag anyway, let's be honest.
The large, insect-like creature that attacked him fled into the tunnels. The Fatebound pushed ahead into the dark lair,
With Trixie
Excuse me.
first.
eventually coming
No
to
fucks that.
the large chamber where the larvae were being tended to and nursed. A battle ensued which attracted the queen herself, and in it, the queen swallowed Highlander, throwing a wrench into their plans to quickly run in and blow it up. Eventually, they defeated the queen, pulled Highlander out, and began their exit as Mr. Jingle set off the vessel with the blue powder,
And Highland's new nickname is K.
a substance that has the potential to cause catastrophic damage. We join them now as a large fireball is about to engulf them. Everyone, roll
Join them now before they're immobile.
dexterity save. Everyone's rolling right now as this warmth.
I got a natural 20.
I'm hiding behind her. Sorry for yelling. I'm hiding behind her.
How are you? Go ahead and roll to see
I don't
how well
wanna.
you're hiding behind her.
That was a good roll for the first roll.
You have inspiration for the record.
I don't care. It was almost a 20. It was almost a 20.
I thought you rolled bad.
Oh, no.
You saw
I haven't rolled
myself.
yet.
I understand.
All right, what's your first roll?
11. If that's not good enough, I'll roll again.
11.
Crit.
You crit.
8.
16.
16.
I'm gonna keep my 11.
For somebody who wields a lot of fire, I really have to get better at it.
We're like, run. You're like, what?
You two take 5
We're last.
fire damage.
Oh, it's better than I was.
You two take
Thinking.
2.
Okay.
You two save.
All right.
You know, a crit? I don't like this.
I'm alive.
Okay.
I'm alive. Not by much. Oh, that's right. I'm
Go
not
ahead.
at full health.
I know, that's why
Oh.
I asked.
Yeah.
I'm not
Oh.
as.
We're like-
I'm not as.
Rewind. We're re-rolling. Roll again.
No, who's gonna roll right now?
He didn't get to roll
All right.
last week, so
Yeah,
All
that's
right,
true.
I'll let you roll.
Good job, guys.
Does it say DM?
Yes.
Fuck.
You waited to die. You
That's
waited
it.
to die.
We're commandeering this dice guild. We don't trust it any longer. Where's Laura's dice jail?
We need a little cage.
That's right.
Shit.
A dice furnace where you throw it in, just melts.
Just melt
Yeah.
it back down. God damn it.
I'm sorry I let you all down.
All right. Well, you
Everybody.
guys who made that happen.
Thank you anyway.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so
you
what do
anyway.
I get? Oh, free reroll. That's wonderful.
Oh, God.
What is this luck? I haven't gotten it a single time.
Now, however,
Climb
there,
that. Yeah.
there are still other goals to be met tonight. So just putting that out there.
Back to the flames.
In addition to this warmth that eventually encompasses all of you here, the whole tunnels, all of them. You hear the echo continue forward and kind of bounce back. Continue forward and bounce back as rocks begin to.
Keep moving, keep going.
Yeah, my ass is on fire. It's like, wow! I'm doing like the Mario,
The Mario?
jump into lava, and I'm just running. Like,
A little smoke kind of trailing from your butt. Yeah.
Like not even on my own volition. The fire is propelling me.
Okay. Everyone's running. Everyone, go ahead and roll another dexterity save.
Oh.
As this.
Kind of really inspiration set.
I got one question for you.
It's an 8.
8 total.
Well, you can take that. Oh wait, no, it's 8. It's 11.
11. Okay.
I just used.
You use.
Whoever gave, like, yeah, thank God for you guys, because I might have been dead.
Someone just saved on Ash.
Yeah.
11 total though.
Yeah.
All right. It's
You're
still
dead.
not enough.
15.
15.
6.
Modified 20.
Okay. You two take only. Oh.
Oh my
dang.
god!
Oh, wow! This was just not planned at all.
I don't have the D6, by the way. Someone took it from me.
Holy crap!
I took you the D6.
If you donate like 1,000 more bits, we get another life. Like, because we're gonna need it.
Alright, alright, fine.
Yeah.
Me!
No, what do I get?
A
You get the first one. You
D10.
get the D10.
D10 inspiration. Does that match your
Hey,
dice at all?
Don't
Does it
do
match
this.
my dice?
Yeah. Does it match your dice? 'Cause I'll give you another D10.
Kind of.
All right. I'll give you this D10.
Okay,
Yay!
That's fine.
High five!
And what was the other? That was the. Oh, the
That's
nat
the
one.
nat
Okay.
one.
That's
That one.
Sweet.
Oh, son of a bitch of
Hey,
everybody to
guys.
get it.
Go ahead and
I
keep
know.
the die with you so that you know that it is with you.
I'm not gonna forget this skill.
Okay.
Oh man. Well, hey.
However.
you guys,
Yeah, hey guys, thank you
Jesus.
so much.
Yeah.
And I mean, do we, if we can,
We
I don't know.
love you. We're gonna talk during the break and see if we can figure something out.
Yeah.
Right.
So
right.
keep it going, and we're gonna see if we can do something extra awesome. For you guys.
However, everyone goes and takes.
Jesus.
Oh wow, 12. Okay.
6.
No.
Are you
6 because we save.
serious?
Because we save.
If you save, only 6.
Yeah.
Otherwise, everyone takes rocks. Begin to come down.
I'm down. Oh my gosh! I'm down.
Oh my fuck.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Oh my fuck.
Can you just got a dice? Can she add that to her last score?
Yes.
Is that gonna help?
Yes.
Yeah, that's my last
yes,
score?
Yes.
Yes, you
That
can.
was, like,
to take
right on
to
the
take
cusp.
6 damage. Just so you know.
That's
Fine.
better than-
That's better than dead. Okay, so that would be 9.
9 total.
Yeah.
Still nothing. Still not enough.
Okay,
Unfortunately.
sorry. Oh, so close.
The DC was low, but it was not 9.
All right. Tensor's floating
Excited
disc
for a
under Highlander
Okay.
right now.
And I jump on it as well. And I
Mouth to mouth.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, she needs this. You're like, it's called necrophilia. No.
I'm not dead yet.
So,
Flesh wound.
so I pull out my healing potion and I just dump it into her mouth.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You can, so go ahead and you can yeah. I'll have you roll. Yes.
Give me this. What if I was to? Sorry. What if I was to put this in my mouth, swish it around, and then put
Oh,
it
we're
in her
gonna
mouth? Will
birdie
I
feed
get
me?
a little bit of it too?
Split it.
Before you
Split
do
it
that,
down the middle.
roll for me the 2d4 plus 2.
Okay.
Oh, shotgun.
Yeah, we're about to be really like I can't let you leave. And I look deep in your eyes.
This
and then,
is so weird, but I've never heard of this. So
okay. So
in
that's,
all
that's
the time
that's
that I've
9.
dungeon mastered, 9 points
9
of.
points.
Wow.
I like it.
All right. Let's
I
see.
like
4
it.
and 2.
We need
Yeah.
it.
This is how you really make friends, guys.
I mean, don't do this at bars. Oh, this Greek is great,
Yeah.
isn't it? No.
I
Okay.
do the whole Ace Ventura thing. I'm like, we're gonna bring you back. Just into your mouth.
I am running faster.
I'm gonna cover Muggsy's eyes and
I'm
ears.
just so
You get
happy I'm
3
unconscious
points
right now.
of health back. You get 6 points of health
Alright.
back.
Amazing. D&D, guys. Whatever your mind can think of.
What the hell have we done?
It's amazing.
We're not even 15 minutes in. Okay, just saying. We've already done that.
Do you wake up while I'm connecting?
Yes.
Probably, yeah.
My face is bright red right now. For
Can you spit
reasons.
some back? Can I get more?
Was it because the question?
It's a little Cupid fountains.
So you wake up and I go, oh my god, you're back, and I just hug you.
I'm just like, and I'm just, yeah. She's in shock and she's hugging and she is bright red.
And then I kiss you and I go.
And
While we're
purple.
running and dragging
Purple now.
Tensor's dick.
Yes.
for the rest
Yes,
of
this is
the
all happening. That's what.
Tensors is kind of like even has a little bit of a tilt just to kind of keep up with the momentum.
Alright.
Of you just going.
I'm actually
running.
gonna give myself 5 more points with Lay on of Hands.
Okay. Boom.
Just so I.
You guys see a little bit of a glow kind of come off her holy symbol, if it's even around her neck
It's
anymore.
somewhere on me.
Yeah. There's enough of a glow though,
Okay.
and
then I'm
you
gonna
guys.
crawl off the disc for now and just take off.
I'm writing that shit.
Yes.
Now, so how fast are you? How fast are you?
Oh wait, no,
It has been more than a minute since we ended the fight? Or
Yes.
less than a minute?
More than a minute. Oh, yeah.
30 feet.
You know what? That's a good question because you guys.
Because I had Blade Song partway through the...
Yes, but did
We
you?
had to tear out Highlander.
How heavy are you?
That's right. Yeah. So it's over. It's over a minute.
I'm
That's correct.
pretty live. I'm pretty live.
Like
I'm,
how? Like legitimately,
It's
how
like
heavy
I
are
do say
you?
so myself.
Like Adam or Jingles?
Jingles. What's your weight, Adam? Like I need to know that
Tell
for this game
everybody
right
how
now.
much you weigh.
Oh,
Cheers, waiting
more than
precipitously.
I did
Adam.
last week.
Never ask an Adam his weight. This
I
is
know.
not kosher. You don't do that.
Nice verb choice.
But I think Jingles about 180. Jingles bucking. Yeah. Jingles bucking.
He's
I couldn't carry Jingles and do Step of the Wind, could I?
You're also really light.
I know. I'm 120 pounds.
Okay.
But
I
I'm
think if
very
you're
strong.
carrying somebody, it halves your movement. So yeah.
That
But
doesn't
but then
really
the thing is, he's got Step of the Wind, which he could
Is it that much more
increase.
Yeah, it's double.
Well, it's double, but
I'm thinking.
Monk is a
Here's my
little
idea.
faster than
I
me.
think
Yeah,
I
a
just
little
say
bit faster.
everyone get on, and I just pick you up like a damsel, and I just run, and then that makes everybody go intrinsically faster.
That is true, and my tensor's disc can hold up to 500 pounds. So.
Oh, so then do you and I want to surf
super
this?
comfortable with.
Yeah, let's surf
I'm
it.
not running.
Super comfortable just writing this out.
All right. In that case, I'm gonna go over to my trusty steed, and I'm gonna.
No, I pick you up like a damsel. You know what? Even better, I throw him over my shoulder like he
Oh,
can be like,
yes!
my
Anime
ability's neat.
style.
We're still
So-
running.
yeah, yeah.
like,
so hold on.
through
Now,
all this.
is he facing backward? Is his butt
Backwards.
facing forward?
No,
Okay.
face backward. He's watching them on the disc
Okay.
and the fire
And
coming
And the
Trixie kind of
fireball
knows
coming
what's coming,
towards
so
us.
she just
Well,
kind
the
of runs
fireball's
a little
already
slower
kind of
until
like
just-
dissipated at
Right.
this point. You guys are now dealing with a lot of ash and soot, kind of been kicked up
Oh,
from
no.
this whole thing.
Reverberation.
The fire's gone. The rocks are falling, and they're kind of still continuing to go around right now. It's just it's hard to see. There's a lot of soot everywhere.
Not for me.
Oh God, he's gonna trip over.
You know what's a good
something.
point? There's not enough to obscure your vision at this point, and you're kind of running through it at this point. So, as far as like visibility, you don't really have any kind of none yet.
So can I pick him up and run?
Make a strength saving throw. Or I'm sorry, check. You can make it athletics if you want to.
Oh, even better. Oh wait,
Not
it doesn't
much
matter.
better.
It
No,
doesn't
it doesn't matter for you. I know. It doesn't matter for you.
Okay. I have to. I have to. I mean, we might die. She almost died.
No, I'm not telling you not to
Go
do
for
it.
it.
Oh wow.
I have
Okay.
to.
You spend your inspiration.
His
I'm
DM
so fucking
inspiration.
scared.
Yeah,
Okay.
don't suck.
Because I was just
You
a
can do
6.
this.
You did it last time. In your hand. We can do this together. That didn't count.
Good catch.
It was the same roll.
Damn it!
That's happened to us a few times.
Yeah,
It's
that
a
happened like
6.
3 times last time.
6 total.
This is why we need
Unless-
your help.
Unless I can do something else.
So you go to pick up James. He's not
Can
expecting.
Trixie see him floundering and try and go help him? Because she's not as fast, but she's still pretty fast with the double dash.
Can we grab him by the feet and hands?
I mean, we could, like I'm fine, or like one arm under. I mean, she's
Mother
fine.
of God!
I'm just gonna grab onto the disc.
As you like wave like a flag.
Yes.
The poor man's I can't think of the name, but
Hammock.
the
Yeah.
the medic hammock.
Get like
Plus,
soccer
it'll be,
medicked
like,
off the field.
Really
Okay.
embarrassing for him, which makes them.
Okay, now, I mean technically I wouldn't allow it because you're not really near him when that's happening. You guys are running.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, because you separated yourself from the
I was-
get-go, from when they were on the disc. If you guys run at the same pace,
Oh,
even if he
okay.
catches up to you, you'd be still somewhat.
What if I was like, Trixie?
Because technically, he was in the back. He was in the far back when you guys were in marching
and I
order.
waited for him.
Right,
So
and
that's
so when he
completely
cast
true.
the disc, you guys would have had to stop at that moment, and then you guys probably continued moving, though, no?
Yeah.
So it would have been you and Amalthea moving forward,
Oh, okay.
and then him
Oh, so I
picking
can't
up.
see is what you're saying. It'd have been behind me.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
And then then the Tensor's floating disc with both Donish
So
and
what is a
Highland.
60?
But
So does he
I
pick
will
me
say,
up and
that's
drop
fine,
me?
I won't help, but I am like looking behind as we run.
He
to
just
make
pushes
sure we're
you.
all good.
Essentially, what happens is, you end up kind of tripping Jingles a little bit.
Not enough, though, right?
Not in. I mean, he stumbles. He loses like a round of travel at this point because you're trying to pick him up and he's not expecting it. It's kind of like a grapple of sorts. And he's like, ah!
I do like the miscongeniality. Boom, boom, boom.
Why?
I'm so proud of you for knowing that.
Yeah. I'm not.
The rest of us judge you, but yeah.
Here's my man card.
That was. I mean, didn't you
2018, bro. We don't need cards anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, that's right.
There you go.
That's right.
There you go.
Enjoy
new
standing
My
up,
dad loves
please.
Bring It On again, so like whatever.
Wait, again?
No, he likes the first one. Sorry,
Okay, I was just
misspoke.
gonna say.
Again, that fucking peasant. No, he loves Bring It On,
Okay.
and in her shoes.
Well, I mean,
I'm like,
you know what?
so-
No. Bring It On is amazing.
we're
Alright.
back in the game. We're
All
back in the
right,
game.
what the hell happens to me?
So derailed.
We're just so riled up right now.
We don't want to die. We're just trying to stall for time.
I understand. I get it.
All right.
So
What do I have to do, DM?
all right. Well, you don't have to really roll for this. You do kind of fall on top of yourself, and Donish with you. You guys get up really quickly, kind of just off, and you continue moving. The marching order, as it stands right now, is Amalthea and Trixie, the wolf. Then you have. I assume the cat is going to be with you. All right.
Damn cat.
Then it's going to be, I believe, Highlander will try to get off the disc. So no one's really currently on the disc anymore, right?
Right.
Then it's Shingles and Donish.
Oh, we're leading or we're trailing.
Yeah.
I'm
And the disc is behind me, technically. So.
And
Oh,
the disc. If we want to identify the
20
disc.
feet
as-
behind
Yep,
you, right?
20 feet behind me.
There's no point.
So, all right.
Fuck, it was a good idea.
The rocks continue to kind of crumble down around you at this point. Now, for the most part, the worst seems over. It's kind of calmed down a little bit. You have a little
Don't
bit
trust that shit.
That was a waste of an inspiration.
running.
Give it back.
Keep running.
No, you
Keep
guys are
running.
still running. You guys still doing your full sprint. You guys get to the point where the tunnel moves up vertically. What do you do?
Can you throw him?
I could throw him, probably.
Nah,
You're not a dwarf. We can do this.
I'm relatively acrobatic. If I do say so,
So I
myself.
could do, we could do the, like, you put your foot on my hands and I just launch.
And we just get scooped up by your disc.
Disc doesn't do that,
Yeah.
unfortunately. Disc can't
We
change
tried-
elevations
we tried that
like
with the-
steep.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Going down, you
Yeah.
have to
Never
going down.
mind. Okay.
But
You guys no longer have the vessel, so you don't have to worry about that.
I still have rope in the bag of holding.
Yeah. And
I mean, Trixie's in the front, so can she just straight up try and acrobatics climb up, like running
Go ahead and
at
roll
it?
acrobatics, yep.
Okay. Can I
A little
give
bit of
you-
parkour.
Can I reach into the bag of holding and pull out the rope and give it to you first?
19. Oh yeah,
Okay. Awesome.
you can all like start to get it,
Yes.
see the rope and grab it, and yeah.
Sorry, I'm currently eating the bug juice.
okay.
The bug, the eye.
Yeah.
The bug.
Okay.
really.
All right.
So 19.
You see all the various roots and the other branches kind of like underneath the ground. You kind of grab onto it, leap off of rocks. You do eventually get up to the very top. You have the rope.
Can I see anywhere that looks like I can tie
Roll
it?
perception. Or investigation, whichever you want.
Investigation's better. 9.
9. Okay. So with the 9, you do see various rocks that you can kind of like, they're kind of protruding out from the surface of the tunnel there that they couldn't really excavate because it was too
Yeah.
hard. Go if you're going to tie it to that, go ahead and roll me a dexterity check.
Okay.
A sleight of hand, if you will.
Yeah.
I'll have you do that.
It was a natural 1. it's a 10, but it was a natural 1.
You sleight of hand it so well, it disappeared from your being. You're like, what? You tricked yourself.
Where is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I
Yeah.
Okay. You think you kind of wrap it around, and she kind of gives you a little bit of a tug. The rope is kind of like.
I.
got it.
That sounded confident.
Yeah.
I'm gonna climb, and so I'm gonna follow. I watched where she went.
Up to a certain area because it's out of your. The top is out of your vision.
Okay. So I'm gonna mimic what she did.
For at least the first area. Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll me perception.
By the way, my plan was, and this probably doesn't change anything, but as soon as Trixie ties it, she's also going to sit on it. Just to make it a
Okay,
little heavier.
all right.
Not much though.
Okay.
I know. It's really interesting. It's
Rocks. I
not
think as they're doing this, rocks begin to fall again once more.
Is it perception?
Perception.
21.
Everyone's rolling dexterity after this, so go ahead. 21, perception. You see, you look up, and you go, okay, I think I know where to like land.
So is it getting advantage on the climb?
You know what? Sure.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Gil,
Yeah.
Thank you for
Go ahead and roll the
saying
climb first.
may I make you a bargain?
It's dealing with the devil, sir.
Yes, this is deal me the devil. Okay. If I get, let's say, 3 points higher than the dexterity save required, can I attempt to dive underneath my tensor's disc?
Dive? Underneath it?
Because, like, I know I'm about to have to dodge something falling on me, and I'd like to dive under the disc, because I have 3 hit points left.
Oh, can't. Oh, fuck.
So here's the thing. While, I mean, it's 20 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
You hear the rocks coming at you. You kind of know what to expect.
Oh, shit. Highlander, you have a healing potion, right? No, you don't.
No, I
Cat does.
didn't. I still have 5
And
points
you're up there,
left.
though.
I still
Cat
have
does.
5 points left for.
I'll go +5.
Oh, you
No,
won't
don't
make it.
shut
We'll
up,
make it.
Adam.
Sorry.
God, -5 he was thinking. You've never barded before.
I'll go for the 3. You know what? 'Cause I know for a fact you won't make it for the 5.
Okay.
I know.
Raising says no.
So
What
much
the
over.
fuck?
But I wonder what you have up your sleeve, though, because you're like, oh, by the way, I've got this ability which gives me 8 plus 2 my dexterity.
Yeah, I had to have activated that last turn,
Yeah, I
so
don't think
that's
he
not
has it.
going
I
to
think
help
it's
me
just a
today.
crapshoot. What does that mean?
17.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Oh, wow. It was 16.
Yes!
Because he's plus 3, it was 13.
Oh
Son of a... Okay.
Watching you do math is amazing. I've never seen someone go red like that doing math. I'm just an actor. Oh my god, I'm sweating profusely.
Despite all odds, you look up as you hear the noise around you. Have you two rolled your dexterity
Not
save?
yet.
No.
Go ahead and roll your dexterity.
Oh, I just got
I did,
so
sir.
into it.
You ready for this shit?
Yeah.
22 modified.
Okay, 21.
21 modified.
Thank you for
23.
reacting.
3. Okay.
You are in
Damn.
dice jail.
Okay.
Oh god.
You somehow feel the ground shake a little bit beneath you, and you look up and you see from the very top a large boulder dislodged. You begin to book it. You dive down. You don't take any damage here. You're a little scuffed up, but you look up and you see kind of land, and you now see above you there's like a window pane full of little dust and rocks and stuff like that.
Joking.
And then
I
you're
say.
a larger boulder right where your head was at. Just stop. Everyone else. Now, actually, technically, you weren't in the area because this was down below. So here's what happens, though.
What?
Okay.
You fall down.
You take 3 points of damage because it's halved. You take
22, come on.
3 points of damage as well. You're fine. However, the rope was. As in this motion, you're kind of rocking on this rock here, and it just. You actually don't. Go ahead and roll a perception to even notice that this has happened as.
I'm still trying to figure out where the rope went.
All right, perception 20.
All right, you see it, and it goes.
Okay. All right. I'm coming out. I'm gonna
Yeah. I go,
dig my way out.
Jingles, follow my steps.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just like a front flip up.
Sure.
Check on the rope.
It's. I mean, you don't have to. It's at your foot.
Okay.
I was gonna say, and I yelled that the rope fell.
Okay. Jingles, are you still on the ground?
I get up. Not anymore.
I'm gonna hand you the rope.
Actually, no. Go ahead and make a perception check anyway. And I'll tell you.
21. Why couldn't you have rolled that earlier?
As you look down, up and around, you look to where the large boulder was. You look up again. There's another boulder there that is yet to be dislodged.
Alright, I'm moving out of the fucking way.
Okay. So you move back away.
Nope.
With the roll, you notice that would be enough to, if it were to fall, probably cave you or lock you in this position here.
Okay.
You would have to figure out another way to dig
Can I
around, or
Move to the side instead of behind.
you're currently in a tube that goes
Okay.
down.
Okay.
This rock, if it fell, would
Okay.
stop. Would
Okay.
stop.
Then yell, have Amalthea shoot another rope up here. I'll try again.
Okay.
Amalthea goes in. She's kind of like almost getting ready here.
And
He
to
steps
help her
out
out,
of
help her out. I'm
Yeah.
gonna touch the tip of the arrow, cast light.
Okay, cool.
Oh, dope.
Yes, that was good.
Okay.
Like,
Now, as you're moving
That
up,
one!
you're kind of like moving, like you're still kind of like moving up as the rocks. You just finished basically. You hop over and you feel.
I go, oh shit. I was trying to push it more with my breath.
You notice that it's technically the rope, the arrow is
my
stuck in the
God.
ceiling
Oh
right
my.
next to the boulder. It's not at the boulder, but it's about maybe 7 inches away from it. The rope is still there. It's lodged in there.
does it look like it's pretty good lodged? Can
I mean,
Yeah,
not.
can I grab it and I'd like to try
Okay,
and tie it?
you,
So
as you
yeah.
grab it, it does
Atta
fall
girl.
out of the
Okay.
ceiling. So you know that it wasn't going to be.
Yeah, I wasn't
Yeah.
gonna hold
Mhm.
people. All right,
Sleight
can
of
I
hand
try
again?
again?
I'm gonna start tying the rope to Camille with a
22.
square knot since I know how to do that.
Okay, you go ahead and
What'd you say?
22.
That's right. You have
actually-
your book of interesting knots,
I
right?
do.
Actually,
thank
so
you,
here's
thank
the
you,
thing.
Terry. Thank you, Darnell.
here's the thing though. The square knot won't help in this. You do have a bow line.
I do have a bow line.
So that's what you would
Okay.
rather use for
Then I
someone
will
that
use
was
a bow
trying
line.
to climb up something.
Yes.
That is the go-to knot.
Okay.
Useful knowledge.
Remember, kids.
Yeah.
It is,
Never
actually, it
flung
is.
up a precipice. Now you know how to save yourself.
No, you really don't though. But
Roll a 20, girl. That's all you got.
okay,
22, you said?
22.
22 for your check. Yeah, perfect.
That's what we've done.
All right, you go ahead and you saw what happened earlier. You go
Yeah.
kind of give it a good tug, and you feel like this looks good.
Okay.
Now,
I'm gonna start trying to climb with the rope now.
okay, so you are taking the rope with you as you go up.
I'm gonna climb up and then pull Camille up.
You're gonna climb up all the
Yeah.
way, and then you pull her up.
Yeah.
Okay, copy that. Go ahead and roll for me on athletics or no, athletics because yeah, that's what you do.
Straight. Oh, thank God.
Yeah,
A
right.
modifier that I actually have. 18.
Okay.
Yeah,
With
girl.
this, you're just using your arm muscles at this point.
Feet are dangling.
I mean, every now and then they grab onto the rocks, but you're too fast for them. So you just kind of essentially just.
The mountain trying to grab her.
It's
Too quick for those stationary rocks.
And you eventually make your way up to the top.
Okay.
Malthy's going to go up to the top too. Actually, no, she's going to stay down there for Camille. So
Okay.
go ahead and do other athletics for pulling her up.
Okay. Anybody want to assist me?
Yeah, I got you.
Pulling
Yeah,
You're
me
on the
too.
bottom.
I'm sorry.
I got you.
Up on top.
Well, it was a natural 20, so.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you all.
So you go ahead and
Guess
pull.
I just
you
don't
do.
know my own strength.
Yeah.
You're done with
Beat
this
me.
tunnel. You're just like,
Yeah.
I want out of here.
Yeah.
You're low on health.
Like,
Just,
I have
come
8
on,
hit
come on,
points and
come
I'm
on, come
fucking
on.
done with this.
So you pull
I got
up
swallowed by a bug,
Camille,
I'm not happy.
and she's got a bunch of on one side. She's just covered in dust and dirt, and she's yeah, essentially she couldn't really do anything at this point. She can't really help you, as she gets dragged up.
Sorry, so I'm going to untie her and just kind of
Throw
like.
it back down.
And throw it
Okay.
back down. I'm just going to throw Camille back down after I just saved her. I'm just going to kind of like rub her head a little bit. and
Okay.
I just wanted to do it so I could prove it.
Okay, Amalthi's down there with you.
Amalthea's down there with me. Okay, all right.
She tells you to go first.
Thank you. I'll go. I will. Acrobatics or athletics?
Let's go. Whatever one you wanted to use. Give me the reason why.
Okay. Acrobatics because that is kind of more. I am graceful. I am live.
Give
And
me a better reason why.
Because he's
I have practiced.
Because he's a
what
man
is that?
of
What is-
ability, of performance.
What is that? Aerial silks. I have done aerial silks extensively in the
Yes,
past.
Of course he has.
Okay.
So you're
Go
gonna
ahead.
do a
I'm
starfish
gonna-
down, right?
No. All right. We're gonna do this. Roll for me how well you are good at the aerial six.
Oh.
This is what it's going to. This is going to go with the roll.
Okay,
But I
this
want to
is
know
gonna
because
determine-
it's going to be canon now.
Weren't you
like,
with the
I really
circus
did
for a
some-
time?
It's like I've only
Yeah,
taken 2
well, I was a
classes.
stage performer, but
Well, I mean, we're going to go with it. Let's see. Let's see how good you are.
So I've been to Mexico.
apparently I wasn't very good. It
I
was an
took 2
8.
classes.
Wait, is there a modifier to that? Is there a history check maybe?
Get dexterity.
We can go with.
What about pole dancing?
Yeah, it was
Did you do that?
a
Yeah.
dexterity check.
It was
I mean, no,
dexterity.
I'm sorry. It was going to be your acrobatics. But I'm saying,
Oh,
tell me
alright.
the.
The total is 13 with acrobatics.
Okay. Okay. What was the die roll? Though?
8.
I'm just going to write that down just so that I know.
Just
And
like
it's
riveting
Slightly
your face.
above average aerial
Um,
silks performer.
Yeah.
What is that called? Not just aerial assaults, but there was a name for Spanish web. Is that
There is Spanish web, yeah.
Spanish web?
Oh,
Alright.
that
That's
sounds
where
far
the-
fancier.
I'm
it's
going
a
to-
rope, yeah.
I'm
more
going
of a
to
rope
make
to
a different version of that for this realm. But all right,
I
you
love
are
it.
now, like, if you were to, you're 8 ranks out of 20 in learning the
Still an apprentice silk slammer.
the loth web. I'm going to call it.
That's
The
the
loth web.
Loth web.
I like it. I like
Loft
it.
web, L-O-F-T?
Loth.
Loth.
She's like the spider goddess, right?
Yeah, she's basically the Underdark's like
I thought it was laugh out loud ferocious.
That's what.
loth.
Loth. Yeah.
For the lol.
All right.
Alright,
So,
Okay,
am I
13.
able to use it?
13 is just what you needed to essentially kind of like what you're doing here is not so much the loth web as it is more just getting yourself hoisted to kind of push yourself off the edges and then kind of get yourself, a little more.
I love it even more.
right.
Utilitarian.
You're taking the rope away from Alfie, I'm just saying.
She'll get it eventually.
Unless he falls, in which case he goes to,
And then he's like,
Close up. and-
Yeah, just for kicks, I go all the way down.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're
all
up,
right.
you made it?
I think I think I
you're up there. You're up on top.
Alright.
Quick!
So she's gonna go ahead and do her roll.
All right.
if it's bad.
She's
can I
okay.
just-
She's she gets up there.
Just say she's pretty.
Yeah.
You hear a little
And I grab her by the arm.
from the tunnels beneath you and beyond. So not in your.
I grab her by
Oh.
the other arm.
And we just yank her the
Just
hell
yank
out.
her.
And we just start running.
I'm undoing the rope.
You're just
Okay.
like taking
I'll
it with
pat
us.
her. I'll
Go
take
ahead and roll
like
me
one
how
strand,
quickly you do this.
Her hair.
Is it stealth of hand? 27.
Yes, it is. 27.
Sleight of hand.
I mean, you don't.
Stole the rope from the rock.
I mean, it almost looks like you didn't even tie it at all. As you kind of just grab it and like, still in the same what do you call it? Like lassoed shape, and just kind of put it on your arm.
In that moment, I go, "That's how you secure rope," and I just keep running.
And I just say
Let it
thank
go.
you because it is my room.
Yeah.
All right, you guys
it's
now
yours.
are
Yes.
booking it. You're booking it, dodging various rock outcroppings from this tunnel that you didn't really notice before until you now have all lights on, all sources of light just running through this thing. As you guys get further back into the normalcy of this tunnel here, or the entrance, I should say, where the breach is, less of the rocks kind of falling down happen, and you are able to. Everyone roll a perception check as you near a source of light.
18.
What is up with these 8s, yo?
12.
Okay.
Total of 9.
What if I told you I got a 7?
Okay, you told me you had a 7. All right, you two, you see a little shadowy figure ahead of you. Not sure what to make out of it.
I'm gonna ready my mace.
Just careful, it might be Muggsy.
You
He's
ready for it?
supposed to
I'm
be
gonna
in
ready
his
my-
box.
Just in
Yeah.
case, I'm gonna ready my mace because I've seen shit
Okay.
and I'm done.
All right.
Yeah, if I see it, I'm just gonna ready an Eldritch Blast just in case
Okay.
I keep going full
All right.
force.
Are you guys still going full speed though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Full
Yeah.
speed, and I pull out my hand crossbow, and I go, "Move!" Just scream at him.
Everybody move! All right. Okay. As you guys get closer, now roll me an investigation.
Investigation. I'm a little better at this. No, I'm not.
God damn it!
I'm actually even worse at this.
15.
7.
6.
Okay. You two don't know what it is, and you're not sure. You guys are on edge.
Yeah.
You're what?
14?
14 and 15.
15.
Though not sure, the shape is somewhat familiar, but you're not quite sure because it's still too dark to see.
Familiar in a good way?
Oh
I'm gonna-
God, it's the
Way.
demon.
Good way.
I'm not gonna. Okay, so I'm still have my mace and my shield ready, but I'm like not as alert
Yeah, I was
as
gonna say I'm
was,
gonna pull
Okay.
back a
But I'm
little
still
bit,
gonna
but-
have it there just in
but-
case.
Okay. You guys.
But, yeah, start
Do you guys-
funneling us
It's
towards
what?
the side.
It's Godard.
Who's
He heard the boom and he's excited.
I heard
That was his
you.
name?
Yeah,
Godard,
it
yeah.
was.
I
It was
totally-
Godard.
Damn, man.
I keep picturing
He wasn't even here.
I kept calling him Goddard. and It was
Igor, yeah.
Godard.
Because you said it and you just like convinced yourself of the narrative.
Yep.
Yes, master, yes. The plans.
You guys get closer to this thing, and you guys see now it's got a halberd. You can see clearly like the shape of the halberd.
Danica?
Dorian?
Mama?
God.
I think, do we notice that we're kind of clearing the bulk of the danger?
Yes, there is
Okay.
again there is a light source that is far beyond. That's why it's so difficult.
running though.
Yeah.
So
Well,
difficult
I think
to.
if I see something up ahead,
You
I'll
might
still
hold
be
back a little
running,
bit.
but I'm not gonna run them over.
Okay. How far away are you currently then? I'll give you guys the.
Probably like 100 feet.
If we can see, if it's a
okay.
light,
You guys are at
it's
the very
tunnel, we can
least
see him.
100 feet away because you guys wouldn't be able to see him otherwise.
75.
Okay.
I'm gonna have you 50 feet away
Okay, 50 fine.
Okay. Yes.
because
I will
of your
say 50.
vision.
That's
Well,
all with a 50.
because the rest of you would have low light vision at 60, correct?
Yeah.
He'd be right in that vision, so you guys would have basically gone into the
That's
10.
true.
He is
That's
it
a good
that
point.
fucking douche? What's his name? Colonel Head
Mustard.
Sanders.
Ass face.
Colonel Astros.
It's
It is in
canon.
fact. No. So what are you guys gonna do? Are you guys full stopping here, or?
I'm gonna
Right.
keep
We're
going until we are
Right.
out
Okay.
of this tunnel.
Yeah.
You guys see the shape of this halberd is, not coming at you, but it is somewhat pointed at you. At this point,
Oh, then I'm gonna not stop, but slow.
Yeah.
No, I don't slow. I say move or die.
okay.
Just like that.
All right. So at this point, you guys are close enough. You're kind of at the front, I would assume, with your thing.
Yeah.
And now you can now within like 30 feet of you, roll a perception check. Your final one.
Natural fucking 20.
Yes.
Yeah.
You realize, you look at it, you're not sure what it is initially, because it's got a halberd on it. But you see the shape, and the reason why you didn't understand why you didn't recognize it is because it's got the foofs and that little hat, and it's very awkward looking at it in the dark because you're not. It's such a misshapen thing.
Muggsy has a halberd.
He's currently holding one.
Oh my god. So I run I put that away, I run the rest of the way, and I just dive and hug him.
Oh.
Okay.
He's fine. No, I dive like this and then turn.
Okay.
So it's like, yeah.
So you're doing a Dodger slide, like a baseball,
Yeah.
grand slam, and you guys see essentially Don Ash kind of go down with it, a little bit of oof, but there seems to be a little bit of a joyous oof
Yeah, and I
to
go,
it.
we're alive.
You don't know now what this thing is.
Is Ada here?
Because that's not what consent looks like.
Oh boy.
Guys, I do have standards of morals.
Oh.
I mean, there's a fine line for this campaign,
Who
but
said D&D could not be educational?
that's right.
It's true.
Okay, but we keep moving forward.
You guys keep moving forward. You guys see him now, and sure enough, there is a little Muggsy, a little Mudgy in front of you. He's now dropped his halberd as he didn't want to hurt Don Ash. Wasn't sure what you were at first coming at.
So now I'm like,
learned.
so I look at him and I go,
He has learned.
and as I stand up with him and I twirl him around, I go, "You're so great! It's so good to see you. Have you learned how to guard?"
Muggsy.
And then I go, "Well earned, soldier." Yeah, well earned. And I go like that, and I go, "Well, our little man is all grown up." And I put him down on the ground.
What did I tell you? I told you to stay in the box.
No,
Yes?
who's down there?
Not us.
You guys
Compose yourself.
You guys see the glow of flames from torches, various torches, that begin to kind of enter now what looks to be like the entrance to the larder here, where the breach has been opened up. You guys see various soldiers. You see.
Friendly soldiers?
Okay. Very,
Bug soldiers.
very
Can
important
tell.
question. Can I look around the room and see if there is a dead or unconscious body that is missing a halberd?
Roll an intelligence check.
Okay.
Or was it Caleb?
Because I don't.
He wasn't carrying
This is just not a good day for me. This
Yeah.
is an
You're not
8.
sure. You're not sure where that halberd came
You're not
from.
alive. It's a good day.
That's true.
You're not sure where that halberd came from. You're a little shaken from
Yeah.
this whole ordeal. You're not thinking straight, so you don't really know.
Never think
Got
straight.
Halberd, I'm fine.
Okay. You guys see various torches
Did you
now
kill a guy?
light up the entirety of the room of the larder just before the entrance. You guys are about maybe 60 feet away from the hole where Muggsy's currently at, and you guys pick him up and do you make your way out?
Did
Yes.
Yeah, I
hold
think
on,
Trixie just innately stealths though.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Did anyone grab anything off of the bug, off the queen? Like any kind of like trophy?
Somebody
I
got some
got
poison.
poison.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just poison?
Yeah.
No, we didn't like grab like a carcass or a head or a
Well,
Fear and
Hylanay?
I got swallowed.
Hylanay is currently
I'm
looking.
covered in
Great.
digestive
Great.
juices.
She
So-
looks like the end of that one. Oh man, I can't remember the
Man of What?
Nickelodeon show.
Oh.
It looks like gack. A little bit
Oh,
like
nice,
gack.
yeah.
Gross.
You got slime.
No, I literally
Parents
I
suck.
look like Kay after he blew the bug up in Men in Black.
Copy. So then
Yeah, a little
so
bit.
you hide, yeah?
At 12, so.
Okay,
I'm
you
shaken.
think you're hidden, but
So I grab you and I go in front, play along, and then I go stand firm, and I just like we wait, like this, just
Okay.
I
waiting.
think are we still like creeping forward though, right? Not
Or
just
are we
in the
letting them
temple?
find us?
We're letting them find
Yeah.
us to
Oh.
see like to come upon the
Okay.
Yeah,
heroes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna very
Totally.
quickly
Oh,
strike
she's
a
like
heroic
that's why
pose
I'm
with the.
thinking
Okay,
we're
just
keep
For the record,
infiltrating.
I am
Alright.
seething, and I want to go see Ozabron right now.
Fuck Jose Brown. He doesn't even know what's
Oh,
going
do
on.
our own thing.
The whole reason we did this was to see him.
Yeah.
I got swallowed by a fucking bug. We're gonna go see him.
Use it. And then I stand back again. Yeah.
and see.
Yeah. No, seriously. So we're all. I mean,
Okay.
are you standing with me like
Yes,
just
I am.
proudly?
Yes,
defiant?
Various
I know.
torches.
Okay, so I'm gonna secure my mace and I'm gonna take out my sword and just slam it. I got it right here.
Roll strength check just to
Alright.
see.
I'm gonna like destroy the ground if I roll good.
You
Just
collapses the key.
You swing it around. Now you know the limits of
striking
this
the
tunnel are kind of
Yeah.
small, yet you
Are we
clear
still
it.
in the tunnel?
You're still in the tunnel.
Okay.
No, in the larder.
No, you're still about 60 feet away from the entrance to the larder.
Okay,
Muggsy has
so-
met you,
Oh,
kind
I
of.
was in the larder.
He
Oh,
met
he
you.
came to
He came.
us.
He was somewhat coming to you. He heard the noises like, oh, maybe this is. Well, you don't know.
Copy.
You don't know.
No, we
You don't know.
stand firm. They're coming to us.
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
I was gonna say, and I'll prestidigitate a little like angel choir as they
Fuck
come
yes.
upon us.
Fuck yes.
Yeah.
Literally dissonant.
It's more like Gregorian chanting
Yeah,
than the
perfect,
angel choir.
perfect.
But,
Like
um,
horrified Gregorian chanting.
We're about to become their gods.
Ah, well, we
Step 1 complete.
This
We
is your
found our
plan the
key.
entire time. So, these various guards come in here and they begin to kind of look throughout this darkened tunnel. Hello. Oh,
I go, your salvation has arrived.
it's them! It's them! Come on, come on! You see a few various nurses come in there, and they have a few bandages and whatnot. They kind of come in.
I go, we do not need this. We need to speak to Osborne now.
You look banged up. You sure you don't want to any?
And I look at her and I go,
But if you want to leave them with us, it's fine. We'll give them to the peasants that we see on our way out.
well, that was a really great way to start that. Yeah. So I just keep walking past and pretend that's her.
You kind of like brush your shoulders a little bit. And do you continue to follow Donna Chalmers?
I'm gonna,
Just move-
yeah,
alright.
I don't want to waste time.
Now, when you went and put your sword in there, you dug it about halfway in. It was just
Yeah, well, I'm gonna pull it out now.
no trouble. I mean, that nat 20 carries a little bit of
Alright,
weight there.
awesome.
There we go.
And you go.
Last thing I need is
Walk
my
in the
weapons
back.
to stick in this damn tunnel somewhere.
Again,
Got an umbrella.
I got a rock.
you guys make it past it, and they kind of like look at you. And they're motionless. They're quiet, and you guys kind of walk out of the larder and make your way back here. There's a few guards kind of like walking with you at this point now. There's a few kind of walking down towards it to meet you. They see you, they stop.
We're past.
Well, no, they're ahead of you, and they kind of turn around at that moment and they keep up with you.
I'm gonna kind of lean over to Donish. What was the name of the general again?
I believe his name was Racist Assface. And I say that loudly.
Was he the colonel?
Colonel.
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 Is it colonel or general?
His Colonel, I have no
racist
idea what his
ass
name
face.
is.
Okay.
Yes,
No
that's
idea.
right, yes.
I'm just, this is a situation where we say, hey buddy, but we just use his title.
I feel like...
So I'm just gonna call him Colonel. We don't need to know his name. He didn't
Yeah,
deserve
alright.
his fucking
Colonel.
You guys
Just call him Colonel, it's fine.
eventually
It's like
make
that
it
guy
back
you see across the way. Yeah.
To the throne room.
Yes.
He's currently standing there talking with someone.
Can you allow us to do the Aragorn scene from Return of the King just over the door as we
I
walk?
Or that, or
Yeah.
Can I do
Yeah,
that?
of course you can. I'm
Okay.
saying, can you let
roll
me?
for me another strength check.
No. I'll help.
Okay, good.
I'll help.
What?
I'll,
How?
I'll, with my shoulder, but then as the doors open, I let go so that it looks like she did it by herself.
Can I roll an advantage?
Yeah, absolutely you can. I said you could.
Yes.
I did
Okay,
it.
that's better. That is a 12.
These are heavy doors. You go, and she's like, she sees you kind of like just like basically stop. She tries
I'm
herself
just
and
like, thank you.
and the doors kind of like give a little bit of a movement as they open up, but they have like that, you know, they're bowing at the just from the initial like impact.
Jesus.
And the doors open. It's not as grand as you'd hope, but the doors eventually do open, and now they have enough momentum that you can kind of push it aside now.
Yeah.
You see him talking to a soldier, going,
I'm gonna walk straight forward to him and look him in the eye. We will see Ozabron now.
"Oh, I'm glad that you have." You see, now you guys kind of like gathered now at the same point, right? There are guards around, just kind of like awestruck at the fact that you guys survived. You guys are covered in various soot and grime and just various
And
mucus
digestive
bits
juices.
and whatnot. All of you look like hell, worse than the soldiers in this compound. He sees you. He's almost at a loss for words. And he's got his sword kind of like it's in the sheath, just hanging because it's so large. It's almost like a staff to him as he's holding it.
We will take your silence as a yes.
I owe you this much. He yells to the entirety of the throne room. Leave us, leave us, leave us. And it kind of echoes through the chambers. You see all these soldiers about face and walk back to their regular positions. You see Goddard in the corner, he goes, and he kind of walks around.
Luxie can have a friend.
He just starts walking.
We're not adopting him.
You see him walk. You see him walk away. He kind of like looks back at you and gives you
I walk ahead of him.
ahead of him.
Yeah, I do. I shoulder check him, but like I stay. Yeah, I walk right the fuck past this man, and I shoulder check him, and I go, "Which way is it?" And I just keep going.
Roll for me a perception check because you may not see it.
See him or
See it. See where you're going.
Oh no! I
was
just
like,
all I
was
want
it
to do
bronze
is shoulder
it?
check him and have be a couple of steps ahead of him, and then just say the command.
Use that to kind of like lead him.
No, and then say which way is it, and I want him to tell me, direct me through verbal communication
Okay.
where it is, so I lead the way.
Because you shoulder checked him, he's not going to say anything. You can see you walk. You guys are now walking towards the northern parts of this large keep here, through these long hallways, and eventually kind of leading up to the next level above you. There are two more double doors. He locks it, or unlocks it rather, opens them, giant handles, pushes it open. You hear the scores moan as they've never been used before.
Do it.
A heavy sigh, he steps in, grabs a large cape off the side of the
There is
wall
no
that's on,
goddamn colonel.
puts it around himself.
Knew it!
This cape that he wears, a fur-lined, various black-specked, fur-lined red cloak. Or cape, I should say. He turns around.
What is the meaning of this?
I am Captain Osebren.
God damn it, is it Captain Colonel?
Captain.
It is Captain.
I Captain was a brand Colonel other guy.
Colonel other guy.
Colonel alias.
Okay.
Colonel Renedro was my alias. Sorry. It was important. It may have to have been, because we have been breached by spies before, and they have attempted on my life. I'm sorry I had to go through all this theatrics, but it was necessary.
Well, Harlan, I have something to tell you about your infestation.
I gather that by the look of you and your brethren here,
There are none left. Your infestation is gone.
you see him kind of visibly, his shoulders slack a little bit. He's holding a sword. He puts it on. There's another smaller throne inside here. He leans it against it.
So now the question becomes, what do we and the rest of your army do? Are you gonna let the rest of your soldiers
Wait,
stay here?
wait.
No, we were told that he would help us find a way out.
Give him a moment.
Thank you. Thank all of you. The situation was dire, and it only got worse with these bugs. my son was taken with them. One of my sons. The other I sent out, but I haven't heard back from him.
Kalen?
Who?
Kalen?
No.
Great.
He was Robido. You wouldn't have heard of him.
I don't know about Kalen either.
Actually,
Well,
make an
no,
investigation check.
We know.
Or,
Caitlin's pretty dead.
Wait, can I
Make it-
roll a
Or intelligence.
on Robot?
Whoops.
That sounds familiar.
If you were
Intelligence
sitting at a
check.
table, I would
That
kick
would
the
be
fuck out
Anyone
of
who
you.
wants to.
10.
10. Anyone who wants to roll an intelligence
Natural
check.
20.
What the hell is with these eights?
Do you remember that Robido was one of the guys
the
inside
prison.
cage
Yeah.
with you?
Right, and he was the only one who came back.
He was slain.
Fuck.
Great.
Oh,
Yeah,
was
it
what?
wasn't he.
He
He was
was
the
the one-
first
he was
one
the first
who got
one
So
taken
named
out.
one who was okay.
Yeah, he was the guy who got taken out before me.
Yeah, I will keep that to myself for the time.
Okay. You only you
Yeah.
recall
Yeah.
this. No one else recalls this.
I
Meta.
walk towards Osbrin and I look at him. I put my hand on his shoulder and I go, we've all lost family. We've all lost ones we love, and especially in times like this. It is out of your control. Just know.
He grabs your hand. His mitt is a little bit larger than yours. You can kind of tell it almost encompasses your entire hand. You can see him. You can feel the hesitation as his body like leans a little towards you.
Jiggles is gonna turn to Trixie and kind of.
And I take him off and I go, look, you are a fucking leader. You have a keep full of people, civilians who need protection. I know it is hard, and I know that losing loved ones is the worst thing that you could experience, but you cannot let that hinder your fucking pride or the safety of your people. Look at me. You do this for them. We all do.
And I'm going to step up to the side and I'm going to say, there will be another army on the way. When they will come, I cannot tell, but the barbarians are furious that they have been frightened.
How soon? Because my scouts have told me that the enemy cultists are devising a brand new, larger ballista.
It has been 2 days since we've had contact with our barbarian friends, but I would not underestimate their speed.
They are quick, and they are fueled by rage, and after seeing many of these cultists sully their image, their symbol, to be honest, I would be afraid if I was them.
It doesn't seem like we have much time.
We never do.
Meta question, this has been a new day and I have not used my rock yet, right?
Correct, you have not used
Okay. Because we went
You-
At
immediately
the
to the
beginning, I
You
went
have
to
used
the
it at the
tunnels.
beginning of
the
the day.
cave.
You are now nearing somewhat of the early dusk.
Wait, because we
You
took a rest. And
that
then
was
we
in the
went
middle of the day.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
It doesn't go back as the
24
rest.
hours, yeah.
It has to be
Okay.
the dawn of the next day.
Gotcha, okay.
So whether you used it or not, at any point in the day you can use it. It regains at the dawn, I believe, if you check your
Okay,
actual
gotcha.
magic item.
My magic item. Okay,
There's a little jab there.
But no,
Nothing.
he, and, you're kind of like holding him there. He takes your hand and goes. He gives you a little squeeze and goes, "You're all right. I have a question for you, though. Did you find an exit? Did you find an entrance out?
We found a bug.
There was no exit.
Are you certain?
I am certain.
There was, we
and if
sealed
there
it.
was, it is sealed now. But none of the directions that we saw took us to an exit, and there is no getting in or out of them anymore.
That may have been our only way out. We are flanked
Before
on
we
all
went in, you told us you were going to help us get out. That was why we went in there. You said you could get us out safely.
Well, I hope that you had found an exit
Well,
through this.
perhaps you should have told us that. We sealed it because you said that was fine.
Did you send
We're
us?
not going to die in here with you.
Did you send us down into this cave with partial knowledge and partial lies?
He sent us down this cave
Complete
with
lies.
assumptions, not partial knowledge. That's the exact opposite of what we went down with.
Perhaps if we'd known, our plans would have been different.
You knew we were taking a powdered keg in there,
I did,
and you didn't stop us.
but I figured there were more tunnels, more entrances or something.
And you didn't think that was important to include in the information that you gave us?
I thought I did tell them.
Is there any
No,
way?
you told us that if we went in, you would get us out.
That is the extent. You were very vague, and you did
Yes,
say
and you did
that-
not. You did not elaborate. Specifically, did not elaborate, even when asked.
Look. There's no point
not-
in berating here at this moment.
My apologies.
What you need to do now is send all of your entire force that is not fighting or defending the walls, send them throughout every single crevice, nook, and cranny in this entire keep to see if we can't find another source of tunnels, because there has to be more. There cannot be just the one in your larder. If they were attacking your forces by night, there has to be more. But we can't all search. We're only 6. You have an army at your disposal. We need to use them.
I will rally my troops. First, we will take note at how far they've gone on this new demonic ballista. I've
there-
seen it myself.
Demonic?
It's
Is there any way to survey the back of the keep?
yes, there is. And you may follow me if you wish, but
I will.
there are currently a smaller army of cultists flanking us as well.
Of course. But before we leave, what do you mean demonic ballista? I thought you were just using it as a frivolous adjective.
No.
You mean literally.
No, we've
They're
seen what
fighting
they've done.
demons.
I
We've
know.
seen what they are capable of.
I know of demons. I have no idea what
Follow
a
me.
demon
Let's go take a look at this ourselves with our own eyes, and then you'll understand.
Either way.
He takes you out of the main keep. The various from the various impacts of these trebuchets still firing, going off. You still hear the bellows. You hear the moans of the wounded soldiers. You guys make it to the front gates there. There is a tower. You guys make it through there and up. As you walk through this tower, you notice there is a breached tower wall. You guys can kind of look through there. There are several scouts kind of pressed against the walls, looking out every now and then with spyglasses. They notice that the captain hasn't reached them. Oh, Colonel, may just drop it. They know. Sorry, Captain, come up here. He gives you the spyglass. He gives the captain the spyglass, and he looks out.
You have no idea. Will be mine.
He passes it over to you first.
All right.
Go ahead and make a perception check with advantage.
You can do it higher than
Oh!
I'm on fire tonight.
As you go and take it out, you almost immediately see this thing. It's large. It seems to pierce any of the
Astral
small,
project over there.
any of the small
And I
trees
destroy
in
it.
the area, the various desert type of trees. It is maybe a good 50 yards wide, probably about 20 yards tall. You see 3 what looks like torsion bars out of huge trees that have been rough hewn, stretched out. You see large amounts of rope. And the thing that strikes you most is that this thing looks like it has been corrupted by evil. As you take a look around the area, you see cultists chanting. You see some of the sorcerers casting a few spells, and with each spell that is being cast, you see this thing get darker and darker. No longer the wood is showing through. It's more of this weird graft of almost like dragon skin, just kind of growing around it.
Do you say, my God?
Yeah.
So I look at you. Tell us true. What do you see?
Evil. Enormous evil. I don't know what it is that they're creating, but it is huge.
Captain, we don't have long. I would say maybe 3 hours at best.
I would like to find Dorian.
Okay.
Trixie's gonna whisper to Jingles, how do we get out?
I'm working on it.
All right. So you seem to have a new problem. Osborne, I'm going to tell you true. I understand you're in pain, and I understand that you feel for your people. You cannot depend on us 6 for this. You could barely depend on us for what was beneath your keep.
I know.
These are Sisyphean efforts you're tasking us with. We need to figure out a safe way, a means of transportation for all of your civilians to get away from whatever the fuck Highlander just saw.
I'm gonna pass the.
I'm
He's
blind.
blind.
Okay. I'm gonna pass it over. I want to pass it over to either Trixie or
Jingles?
Jingles,
Yeah.
just so that you guys can know what it is that we're up against.
I'll take it.
Who's closest to me?
I'm surprised you employ your.
No, I don't wanna. I
This
don't
is
want
a
to.
serious moment.
So, yeah, you can look first.
I'll look first. Okay. Yeah, I'd like to. I'd like to.
I'm good not knowing.
Yeah, pull out the real one, and the first thing I'm
Don't-
gonna do.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm not gonna look through it yet. I'm
Okay.
gonna look at it, and I am going to.
It's pretty.
It's going to be mine.
It's a little tarnished.
It's going to be.
It's a little tarnished, and it looks like it was the scouts. First of all, so it looks a little tarnished, a little dent on the side there. Doesn't look like it's well kept.
This isn't the captain's.
No.
Never mind. I'm just gonna look through it. Okay.
You look through it. You essentially take a moment, and you see essentially what she has seen. I'm not gonna have you roll an
Right.
additional. That nat 20 was
You
enough.
know what I saw.
You
Yeah.
see this massive, essentially what looks like a large crossbow, but it's a ballista. You see now at this point it is darkened completely.
Yeah.
There are various like horns that are kind of like protruding out of it every now and then, just kind of like spikes, little horns, if you will, protruding as it's happening. You see these things go up.
And this is a type of magic that I'm not familiar with. This is divine, right?
This is not divine.
Oh.
This is not divine. Divine would be more.
Divine would be like
Divine
holy.
would be like it would be like
I
bright.
thought divine was just deity because it's like the divine and then the
No,
arcane.
this is infernal.
This is.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as D&D is
Yeah.
concerned, this would be more in like a
Yeah.
demonic.
So then
Yeah,
does
yeah.
Princess recognize it? Princess is infernal. I also speak infernal.
That's
You
right.
speak.
Do you
Yeah.
produce?
From Princess.
So
Do
wait,
you-
you speak infernal? So if I spoke celestial and you spoke infernal, would we like cancel each other out?
No
That
It
was
would be
not-
muted. That's not how language works, but close.
But yeah, I
If you
will.
spoke Spanish, if I spoke English, would there just be no sound that emits?
It would just be Spanglish at that point.
So yeah, I will. I'll pass the spyglass on over to Trixie as I
You
try and kind of gauge
Witness
it.
the same thing going on.
Do I
Train.
notice anything from my connection with Princess that is different than what everyone else noticed?
Princess is not looking through it, right?
Yeah.
No, but we have kind of a connection.
Kind of a connection, but in this case, it's not.
Yeah.
If it's
I
big
mean,
enough,
Do I
wouldn't we
recognize
see
it enough
without
to describe?
without the
For the most part, yes. You can see. I mean, without the spyglass, you see it's off in the distance, but you
Okay.
do
Is it
see.
glowing?
It's not glowing. I mean, there are too many campfires around the
Sure,
area,
sure.
and there's a lot of spells being cast at this. That it doesn't seem like there's any kind of glow necessarily coming from this particular siege machine. Okay.
You should ask her in front of everybody.
Before I
I
go,
wouldn't
Yeah.
know though.
before
Yeah.
I go to find Dorian, I'd actually like to pull Amalthea to the side
Okay.
and ask. I want to find a way to get a message to the barbarians. The only thing I can think of is if there are any birds about that you can sense. Are you able to speak to them and ask them to go deliver a message?
I mean, possibly, but doesn't Donash have message?
I have message, yes. I mean, I can communicate via my lute, but it's only with. There's a restriction to how far I can communicate with someone. I mean, I can't see the
Able
barbarians.
to cast that on an animal and have them deliver that for you?
The only problem with that I foresee is, yes, I could probably communicate with an animal what I'm saying. The problem is if they will understand me, and the other problem is how they will actually convey that message back to the barbarians.
What is the message you want to send to the barbarians?
To get here
SOS.
as fast as humanly possible,
Aren't they already
or
doing
as
that?
fast as divinely possible,
I'm
whichever.
gonna give them an extra fire under their asses to get here. I understand what you're saying, but I just don't know if I can do that. Now,
Understood. I'm
If
just, trying
Amalthea
to, I'm
has a
just
way-
trying to discover possibilities because we are in
Amalthea,
dire straits right
Amalthea, can you command a bird to carry a written message to the barbarians?
I mean, I think it might be possible.
Then that's our only hope.
now. And to have them fly in a direction that is not over the cultists.
They're not gonna be hitting birds.
Question.
She's-
Yes,
potentially,
they
if they
are
need-
killing
you're
birds
right, you're
because
right.
they've been killing the messengers.
Yep,
So,
yep.
She's going
But-
to roll her animal handle, but
Mhm.
what's up?
how large is the army? And I'll turn towards the captain. How large is the army to your flank? You said it's a smaller force,
Yes.
but a significant one.
Still one that we have to contend with.
Yes. How many?
Bigger than your army, or less than, or more?
If we were to rally all of the troops, we might have a fighting chance.
A
What
vague
if
number.
But they would 300. We number about 200 right now.
How much of that blue powder do you have left?
You are
Just
thinking
the one-
exactly what I'm thinking.
Just the one use.
One
And right
well
now
placed.
it is being used. He points out, and you can see now from a normal window out of this tower. He points up into the distance. You see one of the larger trebuchets, hoisting it there, not firing it, not getting it ready. You see it next to the thing.
Can we?
We were
point
hoping
that
to-
at that evil thing.
We were hoping to aim for that thing, but we only have one shot at it.
Jingles, can you aid with that one shot? Do you have the capability to?
This
Help
opportunity
it
comes
hit
once
its
in a
target.
lifetime. We gotta do this. We better lose ourselves.
Do I have? Okay. Can I make a perception? Can I make a perception as far as like would I have noticed his connection to the blue stones earlier?
You mean the blue powder?
Yeah.
You know that. Actually, no, you don't have to.
Okay.
If you last session, there was an immediate connection.
Okay.
Goddard was taking the crystals and grinding them down into that powder. You saw that with your own eyes.
Okay.
Jingles, do you want to go try and assist the others trying to find a way out?
Does Amalthea want to do this? Do you want to have Amalthea do this or not?
I mean, have Amalthea do it regardless. Have Amalthea do it regardless.
Because it's an extra army.
It's
Oh,
an
yeah,
extra army.
100%,
Can't
yeah.
hurt. So yeah, Trixie.
Okay.
Do you want to go help the others trying to find a way out?
Maybe we can take a
I think
little.
That's our best bet. We can.
Yeah, take a few minutes. Let's see if there is another way out.
Hold on. Amalthea.
I'm going to re-roll this. The DM is re-rolling it essentially against you.
Oh.
What?
God damn it.
Okay.
Higher
All right.
Higher number.
3.
God damn it.
Fuck you, DM.
I'm not lucky tonight.
Hey, you know what? Viewers at home, thank you so much. This is not
Yeah.
your
That
fault.
was
For the record-
Not your fault.
For the
all-
We're gonna
record,
make sure Dice isn't waiting.
That's
for
okay.
us.
We're making our own
She's
die
got
at
her
this
natural
point.
one, so that could be that could be
I'm
karma later.
gotta
Oh,
do
wait,
it.
no,
That
it's-
could be
it's
karma
Amalthea.
later.
So, okay. She looks around and yeah, there aren't any birds. The constant onslaught of the cultists against the keep has pretty much cleared the entire area of any animals. They know instinctively to run away, fly away, burrow,
Yeah.
get out of harm's
Yeah,
way.
that makes
Thank
sense.
you for trying, Amalthea.
I'm sorry. It's the,
No, don't apologize. It is not your fault.
Damn you gods! That I
Alright.
imagine your name starts
I-
with a G and ends with an L.
I'm gonna go find. I'm going to go find Dorian.
Okay.
I'm going to go try and find a way out.
Alright.
yeah, and I'm going to.
You guys are gonna make
Who
it back to
has-
the back of the keep. You said.
Who
You're
has
making-
the scroll? Is it?
We
Of
gave
the
that to
big
somebody.
scroll?
No,
gave
we
it to
gave.
somebody.
We gave.
Was it
we have the
Amalthea?
scroll.
I think we gave Amalthea
Oh
the
yeah,
scroll.
I think Amalthea has the big scroll.
Okay.
May I use
She
the
gives it to
scroll?
you.
Okay, so I'm gonna take the scroll with me.
You know what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have another little card just for the scroll, just so that we know.
I think that's
Yes,
a good idea.
good
Okay.
idea. I have the scroll. Let me know what you find. And I'm also going to kind of make do a telepathic check-in with Helios to see if he's okay.
Currently, where you left him in the.
Okay.
And he just goes, nay.
Can you sense that I'm covered in just grossness?
I mean, he saw you. He saw you exit the keep.
Yeah.
You passed by
Oh,
Helios
okay,
as
gotcha.
you exit the keep.
And he was just like, I'm just gonna stay the fuck here.
Never mind.
I don't want that on me.
Helios doesn't care one way or another. He doesn't know that that's a thing.
Alright, cool.
So.
Well, yay. I thank you for not judging me because I love you.
She still spins it into positive. I hate
Yes.
that.
That's true.
Okay,
Optimist.
go ahead and roll a investigation for Dorian. Who's following Hylene and who's following Jingles and
Well,
Trixie?
fuck. It's a negative. It's a 1.
It's a negative one.
Minus
Damn.
1.
You can. Yeah.
Oh.
Only with your die, Yell.
Yeah.
Can there be a -1 on there?
One natural one.
Natural 1.
Okay.
I fail my ability to find Dorian.
You just feel so hopeless that
At
you don't know
least
what
you
to
know
do.
what? I'm glad I
You
got it
remember
now.
he talked about the archives. You don't know where the archives
Okay.
are, though. He's
Can I
curling
ask
it there.
someone where the archives are?
It's possible.
All right.
Where are you?
I want to go speak to Dinika.
Okay.
Not for those reasons, but also for those reasons. No, not really.
Open-ended. I hear you.
Yeah.
Opportunistic. And then
Optimists.
Alright, so I'm gonna go find someone to ask
okay.
directions because I'm not a man.
Amalthea is considering the options. She's going to go with you two.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna go and kind of like do a little scout
Yeah.
on the
She'd be really
ramparts of
helpful on
the.
that,
Yes,
to be
she
honest.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, she's
Let
gonna
me
be.
know once we get a little ways away.
Okay.
Ooh, Amalthea, maybe you could have, and I don't know exactly what the extent of your wolf communal can do, but perchance she could maybe take a sample of, I'm sorry, how the name, the mucus that is covering our friend here.
You hear a visible from Camille as she kind of like ducks away.
I look
Share
at her.
Camille's sentiment.
I look at her and I go, I'm so sorry, girl, but if you don't do this, we might be okay.
Can I just tear some, like a piece of my clothing off and give it to her?
No, I want you to grab the back of the wolf's head and go.
No, I am not. No,
I'm kidding.
I'm
Yeah, I'm
not
just
going
kidding.
to violate
Jesus,
the
it's a
Maltese
dog.
What is going on here?
I'm just asking you to smell your fucking body. I'm not asking you to do anything else than that.
I thought you wanted like an actual, like she wanted, like you wanted her
Either
to
way.
take a sample of
Either way.
these. Well, I'm just gonna tear off a piece of my cloth and just kind of hand it to whoever wants to take
There
it.
is a visible hesitation from Camille as she just do not want the entire thing. She's just
And I look at
Don't
Amalthea.
blame her at all.
I look at
I didn't
Amalthea.
want
Do you
it either.
understand what I'm asking?
Malthea, would you like to take this so that Camille does not
no.
have to?
She kind of brings poor Camille's hand.
God.
As you know, your hand is stationary, and she again just petting Camille's top of her head and just kind of giving her little scritches on the forehead and.
God, I feel so bad.
You should.
It's a fucking.
Okay, I think that's enough. Now, you want to just have him look around for other.
I would love for her to see if she can't find a tunnel that emits a scent similar to that, because that's what could lead us to where another exit is, another web network of tunnels.
He takes a moment and just begins to kind of whisper in Camille's ear. You guys can't hear anything. You see little hand motions. And he trots away.
Godspeed.
I'm gonna go with you if you don't mind.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Yes, come on.
You're all right,
Amalthea.
Camille.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ask directions to the archive.
Go ahead and do that right now. Next you're up, and then it's you two. Go ahead.
So I'm just gonna turn to whoever I see first who is
There's a guard right. Well, I mean, yeah, there are many people around you currently. You guys are kind of like exiting the tower at this point. You've seen enough.
Can you please point me in the direction of the archives? I need to find Dorian.
Osborne kind of like down, almost out of the tower, looks up at you, and he goes, "I can take you there myself."
All right, let's go.
And Danica, where is she? The soldier that greeted us.
He points off to his left. This is near the portcullis, where the one of the buildings there has been turned into a infirmary. You can find them there.
And I'm
Understood.
just gonna kind of like turn you in that direction since you can't see him pointing.
No, I mean you can see. Actually, no,
I can
you're within.
Okay.
You're
I can feel
within.
Oh my
where
god,
he's
that
pointing.
daredevil
And
sense.
the way he
Gotcha,
points
gotcha.
to is not like that. It's more this way. So you take the straight of his arm and you continue forward with that.
Thank you.
Make a perception check just because.
That is a 21.
Okay.
No, sorry, 19.
You eventually you kind of walk and you feel the building and you recognize its shape and you enter inside. There you see Danica tending to her own wound as you see a small little broken piece of an arrow that she's broken off and just kind of like.
And I walk up to her and I put my hand on her arm. And
She
I
kind of grabs it before you put it on there.
and then I grab her hand and I pluck a string and I healing word her and I go, safe. And I give her how much can I give with you? Let's find out.
Healing word, I believe, is
1d4
just
spellcasting
1d4.
modifier, which is plus 5. 6.
6 points total. She takes it out as you do so.
Look,
Are you a healer?
I have abilities I've learned over time. I still don't really understand them myself, but do you feel better? That's what matters.
Yes.
Danica, listen.
She stands up now.
I now know the extent of your situation here. Osborne is not a leader. You know this.
He hides himself in the towers above.
I know. Danica, look at me. The only one that I know who has shown any kind of strength within this army so far has been you. I need you to do me a favor. I need you to rally your troops. Danger is coming, and we might have to be ready for it, and we cannot depend on Osborne to bring up the morale. You are the leader that these people need.
I don't think that would be wise if he found out we were going against his orders.
I don't think it's going against his orders. If anything, he's probably going to be thankful that someone else took the reins. I know these kind of men. I've seen them before.
I've seen these men before, too.
Danica, look. You're strong. You're brave. And you're fucking feisty. And that's going to take you through a lot.
Damn straight.
As well as these men. Look around you. All of them. Hopeless. Shattered. In more ways than one. I can help you bring them morale, but I need someone else to lead them. Someone who has a short hand. Someone who can take them to victory. Is that you?
Roll a persuasion check with advantage.
Persuasion.
Persuasion.
Oh, thank God I have it. 21.
She nods. Yeah, maybe. Do you have a plan? Because I see that twinkle in your eye. I know that too well. In your blindfold.
It's like, to say you can see it, then I must be really, really projecting.
It's like,
Yeah. It's just like fucking Cyclops. I look at her and I go, gather your forces. Put me in the same room with them. I will take care of the rest. And I put down her hand and I grab her by the back of the neck. Not like that. I was like,
Well, she visibly.
yeah. And I bring her head to mine. Like
You can feel the like.
Don't do this to me, man. It's not bad.
consent, Don Ash.
It's just no. It's like we are now kin in this. And I put my forehead to hers.
She loses the. Yeah.
She's still like.
She slacks. She slacks off a little.
And I go, we're kin. We can do this.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. No. Of course.
Rally your men. Tell me where I need to be. I'll meet you there.
She steps outside of the room there, looks around. Yeah, we can make this work.
I'll gather mine.
All right.
We'll meet back. Where?
We're gonna stop right there.
Oof.
You guys eventually make it back to the ramparts, facing the west. Yeah, west.
Trixie?
I have an idea. I've been practicing. And Trixie's going to hold out her arms and make a cupping motion. And as she does so, a large amount of dirt raises up out of the ground. When we're away from people,
Sure.
for the record.
Okay.
Raises up out of the ground and just moves to the side. I think we can use this to dig ourselves out.
What the hell? I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try it.
Don't even try, you can't do it.
I can't is a strong word, Trixie. How did you learn that?
I've been practicing.
When?
In my head and things, like at night when you're sleeping. And
You have so much explaining to do. That is a brilliant idea. I think that might. And can we look for edges, like dirt areas? Because I think it's like dirt.
Towards the back of the keep, there are in fact plots of land that have not been cobblestoned over.
Okay.
The majority of the grounds are cobblestone.
And outside the keep.
It's for the most part, it's except for the one road leading out, where the gate has been completely fortified. They have these walls that essentially like imagine two parts of a doorway-shaped stonework that comes together and gets lodged in, so that nothing can come through.
Okay.
And that goes
That's-
to, is that leading out of the keep to the cultist or leading towards Masthead? Because there's two ways, right?
Correct. This is westward towards Westland / Masthead
Okay.
/ the
And
other villages along the way and the mile gates along
And
the way.
those
as well.
doors are keeping us out on purpose, so we
Keeping-
can't get through those.
Correct, because of the cultists.
Oh, the cultists are on that side too.
Cultists
No, those are
yeah.
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 They
So we're
they have,
completely surrounded.
yes.
But it's a smaller force out that side.
right.
300 troops.
300 troops. You guys
Oh.
number currently 200.
Wait, how did they get in through there? Because I thought
They
this
breached the
keep
walls
was-
on the side. So you have the main
Okay.
keep,
There are 2 openings.
the wall that stops everything from coming towards the valley
Uh-huh.
goes about 2 miles,
2 miles.
wide.
Mhm.
Okay.
The full
So they
length of this
got through
valley.
those walls.
They got
Those
through
walls
those.
because they couldn't hold them.
The middle.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly. They were able to chip away at this wall without
So-
any kind of deterioration from the keep itself. It was too far out. So
So,
there's 2 breaches.
so if we
Okay.
can get a big enough area under here without the force outside knowing, if we can deal with the 300 out there, then be damned with the demon ballista out front. We don't have to deal with that.
I'm not dealing with that. I don't want to deal with 300 though either.
We have
We have 200.
commodities that can help deal with 300 if they're placed right. But you also have some other questions to answer. Trixie, where's your cat?
Right here, Jingles.
And similar to Part for the
It's
Course
again
anyway.
just
Yeah.
Covered in dirt this time.
And a little bit of slime, yeah.
Don't you play coy with me? What is that? And I've said it before, it's not a cat.
As you point it, you just,
Yeah.
Do you do that back at the
Yes.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, of course he does. He's feisty.
cat? He is. That's why we love him.
It might not be a cat. I look around. Is there anyone around me?
make a perception.
That was a natural one.
You take a quick glance and you're not sure.
Okay.
Um,
Well, I'd like to make sure we're in a place where it doesn't look like there's, in an alleyway or something like that as we're walking and talking.
Okay. Same roll, but you think you're
That's
like,
fine.
all right, looks good enough.
Yeah. Trixie, what is it?
Princess, show yourself. I'm gonna kind of cover my body a little bit
Okay.
and hold my
You have
hands.
enough of a little cloak.
Yeah.
Before you see a chubby-bellied imp. It's pure red, except for the belly, where it begins to kind of become like a pinkish color towards the center. And it looks like, there's like it's not obviously not pregnant, but it looks like it's got
It's
enough
got
of a
the
belly.
beer belly.
Yeah, definitely. The almost like the outie.
The outie belly
Yep.
button? Can I poke the outie belly?
What are you doing, Jingles?
What is
Even
this?
in imp form, it does that. It just.
It doesn't matter. He's my friend. He's been sent here to help me.
How has he helped you?
He helped me look for things, and we talk sometimes.
Do you have a name? And I'm gonna talk to the imp now.
The imp looks up at you. Let's princess.
I like the name. Okay.
He came
Why?
from the jar of cats.
Why were you in the jar?
I just woke up there one day.
Trixie,
You guys
what
were
have you...
pouring it out, and
Trixie, what have you done? This is from the
Nothing
book, isn't it?
bad.
This is from the book.
It might be. But he's good. I know it. I can tell.
This thing looks
Would
like
I-
a devil.
Would I? Yeah. Would I know that this is an imp?
You're gonna help me, right?
Of course.
See?
Would I know that this is an
Just
imp?
like Camille.
Make an intelligence check.
16.
Okay. You've heard of these weird, small, demonic-like fiends. Small with wings, horns. This seems to fit like that quasit/imp feel. You're like, yeah, I think this is an imp. And
Trixie, this is a demon. Do you know what we're fighting out there? How do you know that that's not where it came from?
Because we met him long before that. He's been with me for a little ways now.
This
He
is
hasn't done anything to hurt me.
yeah.
He's mine.
That was... I want to insight check it, but I don't.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
from my perspective, I don't
Yeah.
I think he can help us.
What can you do? What do you do?
Oh, do your flip.
How do you do?
Does a little flip. Lands back. He goes, checks his pocket.
What are you checking for?
His head
Oh,
stuff.
he found a stone. Actually, maybe you can help us identify it.
Okay.
Jingles, what is this?
Oh, are you holding the
feels
stone? I thought you were
powerful.
holding the imp.
Okay.
Oh, both.
Are you holding it?
Can I get it? I mean, I don't know where
the,
he's
the imp
keeping
has fallen off from your hand as you're holding it. It's fallen down to the
it. Okay.
ground.
Can I
You
have
have
the
the
stone
stone,
from him?
yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's okay. I'll pick him back up in a minute.
Wait a second.
What is it?
That's my stone!
No,
That's my
It's
stone!
definitely not your stone, Jingles. Where on earth would Princess found it?
In my pocket! You thieving
I don't think
little
so.
crook.
No, I think this looks the same.
I'm gonna go check my pocket for the
It
warlock
was
stone.
in the
Or
sack.
the haversack. I'm
Which you
gonna
don't
check
have.
that.
You don't have it anymore.
Son of a
The
bitch!
tattered sack.
Damn it, Don Ash!
It is the tattered sack.
You're
Both
welcome
of you
for
make
all
a
of our
perception
stuff, by
check.
the way.
No.
I did bring that back to us.
No, it's bad. It's 7.
Perception check.
Even worse, it's a 6.
Ha!
Little princess is nowhere to be seen.
But I have a mental connection with Princess,
Yes.
so can I? Okay. Well, I'm currently
At the
concerned
top of the
with
building, you feel where he is. You kind of give it a little bit of glance, and all you see are the 2 little cat eyes. He's transformed back into a cat, and it's just like,
Trixie?
I'm fine with that for now.
Where did he go?
Answer the question, Jingles.
What was the question?
What's the stone?
It's a rock. It's a powerful rock that I can't figure out how to use.
Oh, no wonder it wanted to choose me instead. Pocket that. But we have bigger problems right now. How are we gonna get out? I think Princess can help us.
Well,
I don't think
You
we can
hear
take it.
footfalls.
I think we can.
from various guards kind
Oh.
of doing their rounds. They look at you, they see you, and
Good day.
kind of give you a little bit of
Trixie
nod
doesn't
and
do a
walk
good
off.
day. She's mad at everyone
I'm
right
gonna
now.
reach. I'm gonna reach
Bad
into
night.
into my robe, and I am going to pull out one of the necromancer's books.
Jesus.
Okay.
I'm going to pull out his the bestiary,
Okay.
Oh.
and I am going to start flipping through the pages.
Okay, what are you looking for?
I'm looking for an imp.
Make a investigation.
Make a reading check.
Can I look
Make a
over?
hooked on phonics
Are
check.
you literate?
Oh, you're gonna help him?
Yeah.
Oh, then yeah, if you,
I wanna
if you
know
help
what
him,
it
you
is.
take go roll. No, you roll with advantage.
Okay, all right, yeah, because that was not great, and that's better. So that's a 14.
14. With a 14, you see various images that look kind of demonic. You kind of stop. No, that's not it. Ah, smaller. Read the passage there, and it does talk about him.
Uh-huh. All right, well, let's see what your little friend could do for us. And I would like to, see
So-
what
He
he's got
called
written.
you his friend.
All right, so
I just
you.
yell at Princess.
Okay, yeah, you yelled it. Still, the eyes just kind of looking over, and at this point, you saw her look up towards the sky, and you do know through reading here a good portion of what this imp is about. It has a lot of damage resistances.
All right.
That's how he must have
The-
survived.
Has a few
That's how we
damage
survived the
immunities,
explosions.
including fire and poison.
Uh-huh. It's a crafty, lucky little imp.
And it has the ability to shape change, typically into rats, spiders.
This is
Ravens.
a special snowflake.
This one seems to be
Ravens?
seems to have chosen the
Well.
Sphinx cat as a form because it just identifies as
I we were meant to be.
magical darkness. Also does not impede its vision.
Ah. All right, so it can fly.
Do we learn about it?
It does have invisibility.
That was
All right.
a
Oh, okay. So
do we learn that? I mean, it's
yeah, it's part of the thing, and it does have. You see, it's kind of like a quick side note. It's almost like if it was added after the fact. And yes, there is an ability to have it go completely invisible as an action.
he's so powerful. I told you he could help us.
okay, maybe my tune has changed a little bit. He's a little bit more useful than I thought he was going to be, so we'll give him a test run. How about that?
I don't really like the way you said that. He's my friend, but we can see if he's willing to help us.
Fine. Okay.
Okay. With that, we go to Helene. You walk into the chambers there. The captain leads you to this larger room on the second floor. Again, 2 large double doors, and you see this large library.
Thank you, Captain. I'll take it from here. So I'm gonna walk forward, and I'm going to go look for Dorian.
At this point, we're going to take a break. And we are going to come back with, hopefully, we'll figure out what we can do.
Yeah,
for the,
we're gonna.
Yeah,
we're
guys,
gonna
thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
That was
No, no,
That was amazing.
Even though he got 2 of them, thank you.
I still have one.
I mean, he still thanks you guys too.
Yes.
still think-
yes,
Yeah,
still
yeah.
thanks to you.
Still makes lots of fun.
All right, but we'll figure
next
something out.
week's goal is gonna be go fuck the DM. Like fuck that shit.
Where have I heard that before? All right, okay, we're going to take about a quick 10-minute break. We'll
Awesome.
be right back. And thanks for sticking around so far.
Woo! Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Imminent death averted for now.
We are still alive.
All
Oh
right.
my god. I don't know if I.
There was never any question as to whether or not Hylene Leodon would live her life in service to Athena, for Athena's will has shaped her family's destiny since ancient times. Her father is the only child of Ariadne Galanili, one of the most revered high priestesses in recent Athenae history. Being Ariadne's only known female descendant, it was assumed Hylene would follow in her footsteps and become a high priestess. But Athena, being all-knowing and wise, envisioned a different path for her. Hylene was summoned to the temple in her 100th year, and having no useful skills to bring to Calenduin, her childhood home, she accepted and entered the Athenae seminary. Sadly, her performance as a priestess in training was disappointing. It was not until Hylene met Shalia, a paladin in the Wise One's service, that she felt something stir in her, a deep feeling that this was the path she was supposed to travel. Though it was unprecedented for a Galanili descendant, Hylene broke with the seminary and apprenticed under Shalia for 10 years. Now she ventures into the world to impart Athena's wisdom and protect civilization from those who would seek to destroy it.
Ashes fell from the sky as the shrieks traveled on the breeze. Weeping children offered their still beating hearts to the drow boy and his warrior mother as their tears sizzled on the cinders at their feet. The city fell, embers filled the night, and Donash awoke. His eyes irritated him from beneath his blindfold, but to remove it would break his vow. The vision that woke him from his trance was as bright as the fires it had shone. It was time to end his self-imposed solitude. In an effort to atone for his sins, Donash shed the Underdark and his name to be reborn beneath the bright Tremahian sun. After the murder of his mother, a blinding rage overtook his mind and he tore his hometown asunder. For a century, he had exiled himself in the Waikatura Mountains to hone his mind and spirit to never fall to such rage again. It was the vision that showed him how selfish his exile had been. No matter how much control Donash had over his own spirit, others would fail to squelch their rage and the innocent would fall prey once again. So from that day on, Donash left the mountain and began traveling from town to town, sharing meals with strangers and reveling in the joys of their stories and humor. He left his brooding self behind in that cave and chose to liven up taverns with jests and song. Adapting to his new lifestyle well, he realized the true way of how to prevent those from making the same mistake he had made long ago, and that was to keep tankards raised high and everyone's spirits raised higher.
Amalthea should have had the world at her feet. Her mother was a purebred elf, a promising young woman of wealth and favor. But her mistake was to fall in love beneath her station. A passionate knight with a wandering ranger, a human, left her with child and spurned by society. She managed to keep the semblance of an ordinary life, but Amalthea quickly became the target of bullying, stares, whispers, and giggles anywhere she went. In response, she became an outcast, a thief, a creature of the night. The generations have a way of repeating themselves, and during a long night at her favorite tavern, a ranger, half-elven like herself, stole her heart at a glance. She left with him the next morning to learn the art of hunting and tracking, as well as the humbling experience of unrequited love. The night he finally became her lover, he was killed in a sudden attack by a dragon, and her life descended into darkness once again. Not knowing where to turn or what to do, rage and fire burning in her heart, she stumbled on this motley crew.
Altricia the half-elf was born in a prominent house to a high-born human mother and a nameless elven father, a blazing emblem of a shameful affair. But as with most noble scandals, the affair was quickly and quietly brushed under the rug, and the child was put into the care of the manor staff. With that, Tricia, the orphan, was born. Tricia's true origins were kept a secret from everyone, including her, and she was raised as a maidservant to the daughter of the estate, her half-sister Sharina. As the years passed, the two grew up side by side, never knowing the secret between them. That is until one fateful day when, at her mother's deathbed, Sharina learned the secret of Tricia's birth. Sharina, stunned by the revelation and terrified of what it could mean for her, threw her half-sister out into the night. And it was there, on the cold streets of Masthead, that Trixie, the rogue, was born. Trixie had to learn to fend for herself from day one. As a young girl alone in the city, she didn't have the luxury of second chances. As she began to learn the tricks of the trade, she found that her slight frame, doe eyes, and darling smile lent themselves well to a less than lawful lifestyle. While she may not always follow the letter of the law, she will always do what she feels is right. Although, you might want to watch your coin purse.
Master of the Arcane and Bounty Hunter Extraordinaire, John Jingles is half sorcery, half sass, and entirely fabulous. At just over a year old, baby Jingles toddled his way out of the mystical forest and into the arms of the elves. They knew he was going to be trouble after a wave of his hand turned a set of priceless silk curtains into a side-tucked, slim-fit diaper with matching ascot. He blossomed into a confident, eccentric young man, and devilishly handsome, if I do say so myself. But John's gift for the arcane was truly extraordinary, eventually surpassing even that of the elves, and they bullied him relentlessly for it, until John finally found the courage to fight back. Which, long story short, got him kicked out of town and into a traveling acting troupe, where he spent his nights cold and hungry, wondering what his purpose was in this lonely world. But hey, I'm being a Debbie Downer. You don't want to hear about the sad bits. You want to hear about the fun stuff like catching bad guys and making money, right? Thought so. One day while performing, John saw a thief steal an old man's coin purse, and all at once, something in him awakened. In a flash, he leapt from the stage in hot pursuit, and after a dramatic chase through the city streets, John magically catapulted a watermelon right at the crook's head. With the bad guy caught, the crowd cheering, and a fat sack of reward money in hand, it's clear that our young adventurer had at long last found his calling. John fluffed his ascot, popped his collar, and set off to become the bedazzled bounty hunter hero Tremahia deserved.
Hey guys, welcome back. As you see, we've reset the bar.
Yes, we have! Yay!
Now, you guys have pushed it over.
Where is
Oh,
it?
no. We can go to wide.
There it is.
Hey!
We reset it, and also you guys already have pushed over.
Oh goddamn! Wow.
So that is a D6. Go
Jeebus.
ahead and I don't have the dice.
You
Who
guys are
has it?
amazing.
Oh, that's right. I have it, but I've already rolled a couple times.
Let's not
Adam
do
hasn't
that
rolled.
shit.
Adam hasn't rolled.
Oh, that's right.
I rolled DM last time, so that's not good.
Yeah,
rolled
we're
DM
about
once,
we're about to
actually.
find out if this dice is weighted, Mr. DM. Hi, Lene.
Hey.
Hey, it's not weighted.
No, I
Don't
don't
get
know because I keep
a
getting them. So.
D6. She
That's all right, as long as he doesn't get it, we're good. All right.
So what is the thingy? I get a
now
D fucking
fucking
6
6
over
it.
it.
That's
Am I allowed to give this to someone or do I?
Nah, I
We're
think
not
it's
the
just
sure.
for
dice.
us,
Not
yeah.
the dice.
Okay,
You
not
still
the
have that
dice.
nat 1, by the
Oh,
way.
I haven't forgotten.
Oh, she's saving that.
So go
I
ahead.
say when it
Go
is
ahead.
appropriate.
Oh, that's
this is
right.
your-
That's why I
your-
had it,
yeah.
that's right.
All right. Okay. So bring it back to in. Now, you, Hylene, have made your way into this large library-like archives. Now, it's I say large, but it's small for the as far as like the keep goes. Now,
It's big, but it's small.
you've seen better. You've seen bigger.
I've seen bigger.
Aw.
That's actually pretty sad. It's worse than the sad trombone.
That is literally, and that's what she said.
Man.
Anyway,
Now
That's the name of the library.
you enter. The smell of old pages wafts in your face, and it brings you back to when you were studious.
I'm gonna ignore that because I am on a mission to find Dorian.
Okay.
Sorry.
You make your way to Dorian, and he sees you immediately. Just puts the book back and Hylene, there is much to tell you.
There's much to tell you as well.
Corporal, how are you doing? Never mind. You see the captain about to speak up, and I'll let you do your thing. All right. I have researched the cult of Parallel. The cult has been around for hundreds of years. They worship Parallel, the demon prince of the Nine Hells. He resides in the realm of despair. This cult has been trying to usher in this prince of despair for a while, unsuccessful for the most part. It takes a great ritual and powerful artifact, he glances over at the now captain, to bring a demon prince into this world.
They are currently building a massive weapon. And they're doing some sort of
A
ritual.
ballista,
A ballista.
a demonic ballista.
Yes.
He picks up the book again, he kind of like rifles through it, and yeah, they are known to do that as well. He kind of turns around the book, the page there, and a similar, cruder drawing, obviously, than the image that you saw with your own eyes. A large, what looks like a pit, large bone protrusions ringing the outside. You didn't see these necessarily, but you saw a similar image of this ballista.
So they've attempted this before.
They've attempted many things like this before.
How was it stopped?
These things are just, they're cults.
Okay.
They pop up whenever.
That's understandable, but I mean this particular weapon.
There is more. While in the archives, I found an interesting bit of history. Thousands of years ago, there was once a traveling prince who had a marvelous raiment that he wore. These articles had been with him, held a great power, for they were made and imbued with a blue crystal magic. Again, glancing over at the captain. These artifacts were once used to summon a demon lord into our plane of existence.
Bullshit.
Because of this, it was decided by the Council of Kylium that all of these artifacts were to be separated and hidden.
I'm gonna look over at the captain. Did you know about this?
The captain has a very large raised brow right now.
Can I take that as a yes?
Do an insight check.
Alright.
He says in character.
Do an insight check.
Or he's just striking.
That would
do
be
an
a-
insight.
That would be a 5.
5.
He's trying out blue steel.
Wouldn't that be like a seduction tactic? That's not going to work out
You
even.
you think that he may know a thing or two. Oh, sorry, you got 5?
I got 5.
Oh,
I
no,
was like,
sorry.
even with a 5, that's
You don't know crap.
He is
He's
like,
an
it's on
open
his
book.
sleeve,
Yeah.
dude.
No, he you really can't tell.
Okay.
He's currently very silent. He hasn't really spoken up in this entire conversation.
Well, no, I would remember that anyway. Okay, well, I am filing jingles in the back of my mind.
Obscured out of
We all
all
are.
knowledge.
My ears are ringing.
They were well hidden until one came up for private auction and fell into the hands of a private collector. He turns over to him, to the captain. Your grandfather, Captain Ozebren.
I'm just gonna.
Yes, that's right. I figured out that you were the captain. I took a.
Are we
What?
having a Scooby-Doo moment?
What?
Yes.
He sees you.
Pulls off the rubber bands.
It's the same face. It's a reverse.
He sees you kind of like almost with a little smile. And what? What is it, Highlander?
Nothing.
Tell me true, child. What is going on? What do you know?
Was he in the room with us with
Yeah.
oh,
Oh, wait.
was he in the room with us with
When he went up to the
Igor?
chambers?
Yeah.
No.
He had left us that point. Okay. He has an entire workshop with these crystals.
These blue crystals. Is that
We just
true?
used one to detonate
Captain
an underground tunnel.
Goes again to kind of like give a little bit of a jab. Dorian was it? Master Cleric. I already told them that or they found out anyway, that I was the High Captain. You don't have to do this little charade. And Dorian steps kind of essentially back. Why would you hide that from us?
He sent us underground to kill bugs.
I'm sorry, what? Oh, Highland. What is your angle, Captain? Look, I'm sorry, I truly am. I protected myself so that I wouldn't be assassinated.
I assume he meant for us to die as well.
That is not true.
Really?
It is
You honestly thought that we
absolutely-
were going to come out of that alive?
You were my one hope, yes.
I'm flattered. I'm just going to leave it at that. I have thoughts, but I will not let them be known.
Anyway, this artifact that is within the keep is called the Orb of Razel. A small wand-like thing that holds a sphere about that big.
What does this wand do?
I don't know yet. That is what I'm going to go back home to.
Do you know anything about Razel? This Razel person, were they evil? Were they good?
This was the prince I had mentioned before.
Okay.
This was his raiment. There are 5 artifacts. This was one of them.
And it's here in the keep.
It is currently here, last seen anyway, as depicted by the archives.
What are its capabilities?
That I do not know, but I know that when all 5 artifacts are within, well, as part of a ritual, they can be used to summon great things and also evil things.
Can the wand on its own detour rather cancel out a demonic weapon?
That is yet to be seen. I don't know how to use it.
Where is this wand currently being held?
Dorian looks over at the High Captain.
I'm gonna look over at the High Captain too. Captain Ozebron,
I don't know what you're talking about.
yes you do. And we currently have a demonic weapon pointed right at us. If we have some artifact that could possibly help us destabilize it and keep it from harming us, we must use it.
And Dorian speaks up and says, like some sort of, perhaps a divine intervention.
Exactly.
Which, by the way,
You can have for
is-
$29.
She's not wrong.
It does. For the folks at home, it is the final goal. It is essentially all in favor for the players themselves. The
He
DM
can't
does
steal
not,
it from us again.
Won't be able to see it. However,
you have the chance, if we reach this goal tonight, to all unanimously fuck Gil. We have the ability.
We can fuck him back.
We can fuck him back.
I'm out, guys.
Do it for Marisha.
Oh.
Do it for Critical Role.
Do it for the Vine.
Yes.
Do it for the gram.
Also,
Which
please
gram?
clip it when
all
it
the
happens.
grams.
All the grams.
Martha Graham.
I second that. Dance
So there's
major.
that.
I second Martha
So,
Graham.
I'm just letting your folks at home know that is the goal there. There will be some sort of divine intervention happening if we reach the goal, and when it happens, when we reach it, it will essentially get exacted at that moment.
Oh, Jesus.
Now, there is stuff in the works that I've got planned.
Uh-oh.
So,
Please.
Throw a wrench, throw a wrench, throw a wrench.
It's a safety net.
Yeah.
all right. Back towards you now. Dorian thinks upon what you have asked and maybe there's a way, but I do not know. Maybe your friend, the Jingles one.
I'm willing to chance it. Okay. I trust him.
Well, where is it, Captain? We know that you have it somewhere, hidden. It would be about maybe 1 to 2 feet long.
And I'm going to turn to Captain Ozabron and just look him in the eye and say, your troops are trusting you. They are trusting you to help them win this battle. Keeping this weapon from them, you would betray them.
Persuasion with advantage.
Oh, thank
God.
Natural one.
Oh God.
I know, right? Oh, yay. No, damn charisma. All right, anyway, 13.
Damn. You don't have high charisma?
I have -1 charisma. No, wait, no. Sorry, that's dexterity.
I was gonna
Right
say.
there. +3, so that is 17.
I'm like, I know you have high charisma.
Sorry, wine is bad, people.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
I mean,
It is
it's
when you're
good,
playing
that's
a
the problem.
game.
Moderation. Moderation.
Yes.
Responsibly.
Moderation.
If we're not
Moderator.
Coffee.
moderate.
Please
is-
link to what inebriation can do to people.
Anyway.
We do have
17.
actually a moderator. application, so
right.
anyway, that'll be posted in chat. 13 total.
17.
17 total.
17 total.
Great.
We're still on fire.
mod.
Oh, no.
17. He, again with a heavy sigh, I think I know what you're talking about. Honestly, I didn't at first, but my father had mentioned of a powerful artifact that he kept in the vault. You'll follow me back to my chambers.
And I'm going to look at Dorian and I'm just going to say, Godspeed.
You're not coming with us, Helen.
I thought you were not coming with us.
I'm done here researching. I think you probably need me now.
Yes, absolutely we do.
Fair enough. He reaches down to where his shield and his mace are. He puts the mace on the side and the shield on the back. Take me. And you follow back into the High Captain's chambers, where he goes to there's a section right behind. You see a hearth in the room. He walks over and pulls one of the andirons at the end, and much like a haunted house, it just.
Amazing.
You have to duck down pretty low. You two are pretty large.
I'm okay with this. This
Yeah.
is amazing.
All right. You guys kind of scrape your heads. You guys both have that as you walk through.
You know, what's left of my helm is like,
the horse hair is like.
Yeah. Yeah.
As it walks through.
It's 10 feet wide of just. And he walks you through. You see this smaller room now. You really can't fit. You didn't think initially that you would have such a small space, but he takes a large wooden box and opens it. And as if there was some sort of glow coming from it, the room kind of fills up, but you're not sure where the glow is coming from. It doesn't seem like to come from the orb itself, but there's just air.
I just kind of look over at Dorian questioningly, wondering.
Oh, you get out of here.
You're not even here. I know.
Somewhere in the back of my mind.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Your
somewhere in the
ears
back of my mind, I was like,
are
TC should never find out about this.
God.
You guys
Can't take her anywhere.
I'm just gonna kind of look at Dorian
Okay.
questioningly.
He takes it with his hand and holds on to it for a moment. This thing was able to summon a demon.
Could it summon a god?
Well, Dorian speaks from right next to you.
Calm down. Calm down.
Well,
I
you
can't
see,
calm down.
it required all five of the artifacts and a great ritual, so I doubt that would be the case. However, blue magic seems to be somewhat neutral. It doesn't play favorites. It doesn't have a side. It's not powerful. It's not good. It's not evil. So perhaps it can be used, but I don't know if that is a possibility at this moment. All I know is that these exist. I don't know where their whereabouts are to the others, but I imagine that the cultists are also looking for them.
Understood.
So once they figure out that this thing is not here, looking back at the captain, they might head over to where the other ones are, and they may already know about them.
I look over at the captain. Do you know where any of these other artifacts are?
This is the first I even heard of them. I only knew that my father had this thing.
Did your father leave behind any writings? Anything that could have indicated where these other artifacts would be?
He goes to grab, there is a tome, but it's not really a tome like a book. There's a bunch of loose leaves in there. You see, kind of towards the side there. It seems to have a family crest. It's a very well adorned book. It's got brass bindings and a little lock. Even still, that there are loose leaves within the pages there. As he goes to grab it, that was a direct hit to the keep.
Fuck.
They are getting more accurate. Hold on to that moment, Donesh. At this moment, you're walking by. You're walking kind of like around the area where you're currently at, and make a perception check.
That wasn't in the box. Better. Perception?
Yeah.
20.
Oh, okay. Don't even.
20, yes.
29,000.
29,000. All right. You still see it. Turns out, you walk by a invisible figure. Everyone seems to be walking by it. No problem. As you kind of walk by it, you feel a form. What looks like a smallish lizard-type creature, a larger snout anyway.
Can I grab it?
It's it's within 20 feet of you.
Okay.
And he's currently pressed against the wall, and he's currently watching the people walk around.
Okay.
Now, you see within his hands, he's got a small little dagger and like a book. What looks like. Also, at this moment, he stops looking around and focuses on you because you have also stopped.
Okay.
Roll initiative.
No.
Can I not perform a feign, like act like I didn't see it, and just like jump?
Then you have to do it before.
Wait, I have to do it before I do.
You have to no roll. What was it?
It was a 10.
You go first.
All right, so I pat my loincloth.
Oh, still got it.
1, 2, 3. Okay, great. No, I pat my loincloth, and
That's why your voice is
I look. I go, Danica, and I call ahead to wherever she is.
Yes.
Did you see my? Oh, it's right here. And I pull out my guitar.
Yeah, you do.
I pulled the guitar.
you do.
Oh, I'm sorry. I found it. Sorry about that. I put it back on my side, and I begin to walk. And I try to find someone near.
Make a.
Yeah, is there anybody?
Deception. This is a deception.
Well, my plan is before I roll this. Is there anybody, like a group of people, or like maybe a person near the guy, near the little thing?
Not you're the closest one right now.
How close? 20 feet.
20 feet.
Okay. Deception. Well, if we're gonna be real honest about it. Oh shit! I don't have proficiency. 16.
16 total.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to try to.
It, for you can feel it, even though you're looking ahead, you feel it to your left now, and you see it go, and and it has that eye squint, like he's kind of figured you out, that you know,
Okay.
even though you haven't told anyone else.
Okay. So I take out my lute, and I look at it. I just tune it a little bit. And then I go with a very dissonant chord.
Okay.
Show yourself. And I just dissonant whispers to this thing.
Okay. Now, here's the interesting part of this.
Fuck.
It has no ears.
Yeah.
It is also casting something. It sees you. It's no dummy, and it is. You go and cast your spell, and it goes. It dissipates right in the air as he is now visible and has casted counterspell.
Step of the wind. I go and grapple it.
Okay, go ahead and make a roll because he realizes he is or it is now visible.
Guys, we didn't rest.
I'm at 3 hit points.
Oh my god, I forgot about that. And I gave you my goddamn potion. I bird fed you my potion.
I'm sorry I died.
Okay. What am I doing?
You're rolling to grapple. You wanted to grapple him.
Yeah, I know. It was a bad idea. Can I have advantage for surprise?
Okay, what is it?
It's a 4.
You have a dice to spend?
No.
All right. 4. He ducks out of the way. You go to grab, and it's just a wall now, and he's moving around the corner. So,
what is it? Now that it's visible, does he have
it's a
better...
kobold.
It's kobold.
Yeah, you see this little guy.
They're so cute.
Oh, fucking asshole. Okay.
So, I mean, obviously, you are probably around that big.
Okay.
It's probably, not Muggsy short, but it's a halfling.
So punch
short.
down.
Can I
just punch it.
Can I grab my quarterstaff and like around that, like to
Now it is moved away from you.
Right, but
so you
my
have to,
quarterstaff is quite a reach. Is it that fast?
You'd have. Well, I mean, he's moving away from you.
Okay.
Right. He ducked out of the way. It's his turn. He moved
No,
out.
fuck that.
Isn't
I'll
that an
just
attack
do
of
another.
opportunity?
I'll do Tasha City's laughter on it.
Okay.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
Yeah.
Go and roll. Do I roll?
I don't
right?
have to
I
roll. You have to make a wisdom saving throw.
All right.
Against 13.
Doesn't make it. So
Yes.
Roll the damage.
Okay. I don't know what the damage is. No, it just falls down and
No,
is,
but I believe there's.
There's no damage. A creature of your choice that can see your range proceeds hilarious and falls in the fatal life or explode. The target must succeed a wisdom saving throw and fall prone, becoming incapacitated and able to stand up for the duration. A character with intelligence score of 4 or less is in effect. There's no damage.
Oh.
It's
okay.
just him. He's just incapacitated.
All right. Cool. You watch this thing go almost like a hyena go.
And I walk
and
over.
it's just like it almost doesn't want to drop the knife, but it just puts it on the ground. It's like it doesn't. It's loosely holding on, and it's just wide-eyed and looks back at you as again. Fear in its eyes. Yeah. It's been discovered, and it's currently laughing.
And I take out some rope and I go, pull yourself together, man. And I tie it up.
Dad.
I would have taken away your coin for that.
But,
I like puns, but it's
Dad.
Go ahead and roll a dexterity check as you're trying to grapple this thing as it's still moving around somewhat on the ground, rolling. Raffle basically, man.
7. Come on.
7?
Yeah. Give me advantage though, because he's incapacitated.
He's on the he's prone. He is prone. So yeah, you have advantage. Didn't think so, huh?
Literally a natural 1.
So the first roll was 7 total?
Yeah.
Okay.
I take his knife at least. Before I tie it up, I do take his knife.
Take his foot and go. You take your foot rather than use it's kind of like.
I take it. I keep that.
Grab it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I put it in my being.
It's a short dagger, about that big.
Perfect.
Nothing special about it.
Sure.
It's just a dagger.
Sure.
Okay. What else? You don't. It's moving around too much.
Then I
you
just
can't
grab it like this.
Make a grapple check with advantage. At this point,
how does a 17 sound?
The lieutenant Danica comes at and takes. She's got a spear.
I go wait.
Just at its throat. What is this thing?
I do not know. He was sitting there invisible just for a moment ago.
This is an enemy.
He is. He's also a fountain of answers. Tie him up. And I hold,
the rope that you have on the ground currently, she takes that and starts to.
Yeah, she has no.
Ties him up. Let's see how well.
Can I assist her?
You may. Okay. You think it? You watch these knots, and these are like intricate knots. This is almost like macrame, like erotic macrame kind of thing, you know?
Erotic macrame?
A little bit.
Nice
A little bit.
descriptor.
A little bit. Doesn't get you. Even though you're like in the pose, like me next.
She's like,
Like,
no, I
tie me up,
she's like, I
Danica.
only like
I can
lizard men,
take it.
Sorry.
Yeah, right.
Lizard men are my thing.
And you watch as this thing is completely hogtied, but not just hogtied. You know, there's rope going around the arms to keep them from moving, as well as having the arms restricted. The snout has been fully wrapped around, and the poor thing has actually bitten its tongue and it's hanging off the side. There's a little bit of blood kind of tearing off of it. You think it's not going to be casting any kind of spell.
Is he still laughing?
Oh.
Oh yeah. There's,
For a minute.
That's
really.
the reason why the tongue was hanging out. Just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I go, he'll stop thinking everything is funny in about a minute or so here.
All right.
And so I go,
What did you do to it? What is this thing?
And I go, just a good old parody song. That was terrible. That didn't happen.
You're lucky I was erasing my
That didn't
dry
happen.
erase.
I just go, I look at her and I go,
And with that, the dry erase washes away.
mulligan that terrible joke. So I have a trick up my sleeve or two. All you need to know is that he's now incapacitated thanks to you.
She grabs him kind of like a suit of like a luggage, just holds him like. Have you seen?
Skin.
Yeah.
Have you seen the parents when they grab their children from like the overalls or little backpack and just kind of hoist them up? Yeah. Pretty much like that, except for it's tied up, and you see it moving and wriggling, and
It's basically like alligator skin luggage.
where do we go with this? You know what? I have a location. Come on, let's go over here. All right, you make it back down at this point. You're over at where do you go?
I think we're heading back to where we can see the army because I want to show Dorian what's going on.
That's right, correct. And then you two, have you finished your thing?
We're scheming.
Yeah,
We're
we're
scheming.
scheming. We're
All right.
scheming. But you can give us another couple minutes
Oh,
if
and I
you
have
want.
a scroll. So I really quickly want to write to Jingles.
Have prisoner will travel.
No. Need your advice.
I always love giving advice.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Need your
write that,
advice.
we get
Need
one
your
message.
advice. Come back to the hole in the wall.
Wow.
There's a hole in the wall.
That's where we were looking out at
Favorite joke
the.
you've done.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
There's a lot of holes in a lot of walls. And a lot of euphemisms to go with that. Just,
Well, I mean, coffee. Come
Thank
on.
you, dear. Well,
Oh my god.
all right. Yeah. So we'll start heading on over, but continue scheming as we go.
Spontaneous laughter on yourself.
Myself.
Or
Okay.
did you have something? Because we wanted to try out the digging a little bit,
right.
bit of the excavation. See.
When we came into the keep, did we see how thick the walls are?
for the most part, yes, you did. They were probably 20 feet deep.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, thick.
Okay.
These are massive walls. They go up several. I mean, I know that the ones I have here don't really portray exactly what I'm trying to show you here, but they are
Okay.
tall and thick.
Okay. All right.
That's
Well.
what she said.
Okay. So what did
We
you
need
want to?
better
What did you
descriptors.
want to practice?
It's
at?
English,
No, I
but
didn't
then we'll
want to
corrupt
practice
them
anymore.
too.
We just
in
need
English
to come up
language.
with an idea. But
Yeah.
we are getting out. I am not staying here to die here.
Oh, I agree. I have too much heroing to do across the world. We're not dying here. But if we can see if we can get enough other people out, and if I can
But we're
maybe
going
get
first.
Yes, we are getting out. 100%. I just need another couple minutes to pull this ridiculous scheme that I have in my head together, and I think we might be onto something.
You guys hear a horn, all of you.
Rohan
This
is
sounds
coming.
this sounds like it's very close, this horn, and you guys can kind of tell that you're right at the area. Both of you are in any way.
Is this the barbarian's horn?
No, this is one of the horns that was one of the scouts along the wall. You still hear it though, and you know that it's kind of near the front of the keep. You guys eventually just make it right at that moment to hear the scout yell, "They have completed it!
Oh,
They have completed the demonic ballista!"
Viewers. Sorry.
And you guys are okay. So you don't hear this. You don't hear the scout. You hear the horn go on. You can, as you dig a little bit more, what do you guys want to do here?
Realistically, okay.
What are your thoughts?
All right. I think that we need to meet them at the hole in the wall and think as we go. I'm coming up with stuff in my head, but I think we need to have all the information that we can have. So let's talk to Hylane and Dawn Ash and find out what they've uncovered, and then maybe we can piece something together. But with only
Fine,
parts
let's
of
do it quickly.
quickly, I would agree. All right, and let's go to the hole in the wall.
Okay. You guys eventually make
It's
it
a
back.
lovely restaurant inside to keep us in
The hole in the wall.
So, just as an aside, in the 80s in Parker, Arizona, there was an actual restaurant called Hole in the Wall. Just so you all know.
I've been
Not
there.
affiliated, but if you guys want to send us
Okay.
food, feel free.
Yes.
Sponsor us.
We'll
Hole in
keep
the
you
Wall.
in Arizona.
Coffee.
You guys eventually all come up to the
Yes.
same area, all of you. You, however, are in a smaller room. You hear the noises. You kind of look out and you hear him say, that the demonic ballista has been completed.
Did Dorian and I hear that? I'm sorry.
Yes.
Okay, you're
Yeah.
both-
You are currently in a different area right now, a smaller room off to the side, holding this thing. Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just gonna say, now that I know Princess is in a form demonic, and that I know it is a demonic ballista, can I now ask Princess if Princess knows anything about this form of a ballista and what it does?
Sure. You go and take a little bit of time with that, and
As we're walking.
and now Princess wasn't there. Wasn't watching it.
Mm-hmm.
But you just the sheer mention of a demonic ballista, that alone was just like a. How large was it?
Really, really big.
Oh, that's going to breach the wall for sure. That's.
At least he didn't sugarcoat it. At least he didn't sugarcoat it.
Do you know how it works?
Well, they'll have to cast a lot of spells at it, but eventually, yes, they once they set it up, they pull back on these large wings, I guess, and the rope kind of, it's massive, right? It's huge. Is there one outside? Is there one? Yeah, that's, sorry guys.
That's been fun.
I love Princess. This is the best. He's my favorite character.
We're stuck here with me. We're gonna find a way out of this
I can
together.
get out of here. Oh no.
But you'll help me, right?
Yeah, I can try it. I don't know how good I'm gonna be against a demonic ballista.
Yeah. Me too.
Look, I barely survived that fireball.
You did pretty well with that
I
fire.
did pretty well. Yeah.
All right.
You're kind of over this at this
Yeah.
point.
You're like, oh god.
All right, here. I have a quick test I have to do. Princess, is there a heavy object around me? Something?
There's plenty of rubble.
Plenty of rubble. All right. Princess, hold this. Is that like relatively heavy?
I mean, yes.
Okay. All right.
Let me go find out how much.
Oh, I can tell you.
Okay, yeah. How much?
Oh wait, I thought I could tell you. You know what?
I don't think
doesn't
I
say
might
on
even
here.
have it.
I want to find something heavier than the imp. Something heavier than the imp.
Okay.
Like if he's able to hold it.
It doesn't say, but it has a -2 modifier for strength.
It's not
So-
much weaker than me. So.
Not much weaker. Then how heavy of an object are you talking about?
How heavy is an imp? Imp is probably like what, 20 pounds maybe?
20 or 30.
20 or
Yeah.
30?
It's.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
I mean, the wings kind of give it more of a larger shape than
It's
it
like a
really
fat
is.
baby.
It's a fat baby.
Well,
All
this
right.
one has gained
This
some
is a
chunk.
baby.
Normally they'd be probably around.
It's a straight up bomb.
That really tickled you.
I would say normally they would be right around 20, but this one has kind of like fed itself pretty well.
Okay.
And
He's been doing
obviously,
all right.
obviously off a little bit of snacks that he's been getting along the way from you and kind of stealing little things. And he's enjoying the posh life, if you will.
All right.
And he's about 30.
All right, you little jumpster. Here you go. I'm gonna give him a rock that's about
don't want to
30
insult
pounds.
him.
Oh,
All right. Are you good?
no, I
Trixie.
can't hold on to this. Where are you gonna go?
Perfect. Trixie, can you lift him and the rock? Can you just pick him up? Just do. You're stronger than I am. I don't want to admit it, but okay. Now lift him up.
You got them both. Okay, make strength
Simba.
checks.
Simba style.
I know, right?
It's the circle of life.
Oh, it's not good.
He's just taking a picture and he's like, great,
That's a
got
two.
it.
Natural 2?
Yeah. It's not modified
You
too.
can kind of pick. It's weird that the imp kind of like has a weird like weight to him. Even though it is 30 pounds, it's kind of helping you. The rock is just awkward.
Okay.
Jingles,
All right.
what is this?
All right. You hang on, and I would like to catapult. Oh no, that's 30 pounds. Never mind. That's a little too big.
He's like,
He kills Princess before your eyes. You have no
Just a
cat.
head.
Okay. All right. No,
Can
I'm gonna
you
find.
catapult the head off of a human being?
No, it has to. Yeah, it's an
that's
object.
so sad.
No, that would be so broken. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
It would be so
awesome.
bad.
I mean,
though.
unless. Never mind. No, I'm not
Yeah,
gonna. I'm
don't
not gonna
give
get
me
into it. I'm
ideas.
not gonna get into it.
So,
No.
okay, I'm gonna find a smaller rock, one that Princess can lift up relatively easily. I'm doing a test.
Okay.
Guys,
All right.
fucking-
Now,
It's
you
within 10 pounds, correct, or 5?
catapult, not necessary in this case.
Okay.
So I just want Princess to lift it up, and I want him to fly. I want him to fly up.
This is about a 10-pound rock.
10-pound rock? All right. And I would like him to fly up like, 20 feet. All right. Now,
I mean,
when I tell you to stop,
Are they speaking common or infernal here?
no, come on.
yeah,
It can speak in.
Yeah.
Got it.
when I tell you to stop flying, you stop flying. All right? I'll catch you. I got this. All right? Ready? One, two, three. Featherfall.
Now, what are you casting it?
Featherfall on the imp.
On the imp, not the rock.
I don't think I can cast it on a rock. It
Okay.
has to be a creature.
He lets go of the rock. He's not entirely sure what you meant by this whole thing, and is
Me neither.
falling down.
Okay.
Use your words.
All right. So.
Jesus
Meanwhile,
Christ.
I'm gonna write on
Yeah.
the scroll. Please come as soon as possible.
Against Jingle's experiments that mean nothing.
I don't know this,
OMWWWWW.
On my wait. Okay.
All right. So, I have this ability. This ability, I can make things fall at a slower pace. I can defeat gravity for a brief moment in time. One of our biggest issues is that we are trying to get rid of all of those, the army behind us, right? If we're going to escape, we have to go through that army one way or the other. The catapult isn't even a thing anymore. It's already built. It's already going to shoot us. We have to get out.
Ballista.
So,
Thank you.
Ballista. Yes, thank you. If we can find a way to maybe lob this this bomb, this last little payload, if you will, that we have left.
They have things to lob stuff. They've been lobbing. That's how we almost
Yes,
died.
but the problem is accuracy. We only get one shot. If we have a way to increase our odds, then this is it. Because we can overshoot. If we...
What if I just carry it?
I don't think you
Physical?
can carry it.
Oh.
Are you that strong?
Well, I don't know how big it is.
It was on a card. It required Hylene and Amalthea to carry last time I remember, right?
Okay.
Yeah, it was
Well, I
big.
can't carry one that big, but I can carry a smaller one.
Can you and Amalthea...
I can't turn anyone else invisible. It's only me.
You guys
Okay, all
start
right.
to see a bunch of soldiers line up and get ready.
And we're walking
Yeah.
as we chat.
Yeah.
All right.
They have almost cleared the entire back of the keep, and they're moving forward. They almost have a morbid curiosity of this thing's power. They don't know what's going to happen here, and there's a lot of tension. There's people worry. You can see visibly on their face of just, and they're kind of talking to each other. Are you going to be okay? I don't know.
So if we
This
can...
thing's going to be powerful.
If we can use this on the army, if we can find a way to use it on the army, we can deal with most of them and get our escape. Because they're not going to be coming after us. We'd have to make a break for it. We'd have to do it fast. We're going to lose some soldiers, but we could make it out alive with all of these people.
Princess, can you turn into a raven and fly up and see how the army is segregated? If they're in a clump or what they look like? Be careful, please.
They won't even see me. Visible. You hear a little flutter.
God, he is a very cool little thing.
I know!
I still
Much
love
more
you though,
succinct than
Monksy.
your goddamn experiments.
Pew pew. All right.
And I'm going to look through Princess's eyes.
Okay. As you do so, you feel the battlefield ahead of you. And it seems like they're all pretty much gathered around this one thing. All of the sorcerers and the spellcasters are completely around this thing, focused only on the construction. there are many other larger demons that you haven't seen yet before. Huge monstrosities, full plate armor, large
And
weapons.
Is this is next to the ballista? Is the ballista what's flanking us? Is this the area that's flanking us, or the area that's in front?
No, this is the area in front of you. So the area, most of the army is in front of you. This is where the ballista is currently being essentially set up.
I'm gonna have Princess also look to see what's being flanked for us to get away.
I'm gonna say that he probably can't go higher than a certain, like, there's a cap here.
Yeah,
I know that. I mean, like, typically most birds don't go pretty high.
Yeah.
But from where he is currently, you can survey the battlefield and sees that the other encampments are the number 300 that you heard earlier seems to have grown slightly, probably to about like 400 or so.
Breeding.
Are they?
Damn, mitosis! And you can see various cultist
Yes.
groups kind of like
I was thinking that.
run around, flanking completely around and joining them.
Okay.
Going in small
Are
numbers.
But most of them are in one area?
Yes.
Do I have some sense if a bomb could take out the bulk of it?
From this vantage point, you can tell that it would take out, I would say, maybe at like 70% of this
Where's
larger.
Igor? Where's Igor?
His name is Godard.
Godard.
Okay. And while I'm looking through Princess's eyes, I can't actually see out of my own, so I'm kind of holding on to Jingles and I'll
All right,
relay
yeah.
the information that I see.
Okay.
Okay. So
And then-
they're mostly in a single area.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start once she comes back. Let's
Still
start.
100 we're gonna have to take out by ourselves though, and there's more coming.
We have an army, and this is not
we
a fight
can
that
also try and take out the ballista.
that is gonna buy us a little bit more time, but we're all still trapped in this keep. And it's just gonna be a waiting game. They've already lost the war of attrition. They're starving. They're hungry. They're thirsty.
No,
they're
you're right.
exhausted. We need to get out. So
We're gonna make our way.
Okay. We'll pause right there. You got this kobold wrapped up, still writhing. What do you do? You have Captain. You have the Lieutenant Danica right there next to you. You
Well-
can hear the captain outside barking orders at this point.
Well, it seems you think yourself to be very sneaky, very cunning. Well, I think myself to be very merciful,
Danica raises a brow.
given the right conditions. What the fuck are you doing here?
Fully bound and gagged, remember.
And then I take out his dagger and I just kind of pull it out and go, this is a nice point. Quite sharp, actually. Now, I could either figure out how sharp this nice, beautiful, sharp, short dagger is, or I could find out how quick your tongue will be. Give me answers or I see blood, and it won't be mine. I put it down to his neck, and I prick it just to get a single shard of blood out. You think that we're fucking scared? We are a ravenous animal backed into a corner, and you think you can fucking stay silent to me? You either tell me what you're doing here, or I leech the life from your neck on my own. Is he?
Hey, he's trying to talk, but it's, obviously muzzled, so.
Oh, I removed the muzzle.
Okay. You see a spurt of blood from not the wound that you got, but his pierced tongue.
What is your purpose here? Tell me now, and you may just save your own life.
It's too late anyway. I was spotting for the ballista and the trouble slaves.
Spotting for
It's
what?
too late. It's too late. They have eyes. They know
More
where
of
to
you?
hit. They know where to hit.
More of you.
No, I'm the only one, but they only needed one. I already sent them the location and where to hit.
How? How did you send the message?
You recall a book with him.
I take the book.
It's a small little, looks like a grimoire.
Yeah, and
Small
I throw it to Danica and I go, flip through this.
Flips through it. I can't understand anything, but it looks pretty dark. She kind of shows it to
I
you.
grab it back and I keep it. I go, you mean to deliver me a message of hopelessness?
It doesn't matter what happened. Look, whether you kill me or not, they're going to breach.
Fine. You deliver me a message of hopelessness, and I'll deliver you to death.
The eyes roll back and...
Oh, shit.
He's useless to us. He's compromised everything that's here. We need to gather all the troops now!
You guys now hear more of the horns that you're used to. They're launching it! Everyone take cover! Take cover! You hear a bunch of repeated screams. Everyone take cover! Take cover! They're running from the ramparts down. They're taking cover within the walls here. Those of you, you still have eyes. She's flying, or he's flying.
I push her to the ground.
Even still,
Oh, okay.
yeah. Even as you do so, you still see this thing pull back from your vantage point.
Have Princess go up as high as possible to get out of the way.
You see this thing fully get launched. You hear a bunch of various screams and cheers, a mixture of both. You can hear this weird incantation being like chanted over and over and over. This
Shield.
huge,
Yeah, not shield yet, but
probably a good 50-foot long, 20-foot wide, probably even longer actually, bolt, like a spearhead of some sort, with a mouth at the end of it, wrought iron fittings all over, various spikes along the edge.
But Dorian and I have had time to like hear that
And take cover. Yes, everyone has at
and
this
I'm
point.
sending a message to Helios to get as far away as he possibly can.
You guys hear silence for a long time. Even now, at this point, Princess has turned around and does not want to be a part of what's going to happen here. Still looking down someone. You guys hear a large, completely shake the entire foundation of this entire keep, as now you hear screams, both from the soldiers within the compound and the cultists beyond the wall. As the dust settles, you guys see ahead of you a giant hole in this once impenetrable fortress, now agape ahead of you. Most of you can see this at this point. You see where the rubble has now created a large dust cloud. The dust begins to fill up the entire area. Captain Rosabrin tries to find Lieutenant Danica. Lieutenant Danica! Rally your troops! They have breached the walls! To me! To me! You hear all the soldiers clamor up. You hear all different areas of the keep have now rallied, and they're lining up troops.
I'm gonna very quickly. I'm gonna get up off of Trixie, and I'm gonna kind of shake her shoulders. Come back.
You come back, yes. And again, you
run
guys
with
are
Danica towards the sound of Rosbrin.
Yeah. You guys fully rush into it. You start to see, even from your peripheral, as you walk near the infirmary, those soldiers that were wounded but still can fight get up. A few of them are limping. A few of them even have their swords.
I
essentially.
help them.
All right, you do so, and they all gather, forming ranks with their shields and spears and swords. Everyone at this, essentially this large breach.
I'm gonna look at Dorian. I'm assuming that he and I are still like prone on the ground, and I'm just gonna look at him and ask: if we remove this artifact from the keep, do you think we could save them?
He's currently has it. He takes it out. I don't know what this thing can do.
I don't either, but if they're after it,
Where's your friend, the Jingles?
I don't know.
Puts it back into his own
Hopefully
bag.
he's still alive.
Hopefully he's still alive, yes. There's something coming. We have to be prepared. Takes his shield, full on mace, just gets into his stance.
Dorian, may I hold the artifact? May I hold on to the artifact? Please.
Put it safe in your bag.
I have the bag? Who has the bag of holding?
I think you did.
You may have given it to me.
I did give it to you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think she gave it to me.
You do have various other bags with
Okay.
you, not the large bag of gold.
Okay, well, I'm gonna kind of tuck it away so that it's out of sight, at least.
All right. You guys,
And then
everyone
I'm
that
gonna
can see,
I'm gonna take off the scroll and ask, "Are you still alive? Are you okay?"
you hear.
Are we all converging at this point?
Most of you guys are converging. They
Yeah,
are not yet.
We're on our way.
We're on
to
the way,
it,
but not
so
quite
yeah.
yet.
I'm gonna type. I'm gonna scribe back. Yes, still alive. Be there shortly.
The Rangers, various scouts have kind of like climbed the walls again and are looking over, just barely looking. They are coming. I guess a few can get their various crossbows and bows ready.
All right, I'm going to walk where that is there a rampart? Is that where
Yes,
it is?
there are.
And then is everyone like
There are stairs
below?
to the side that you know.
But it's just basically everyone that's on deck. They're there.
There are actually a few soldiers have gone up to the very, very tops. They're keeping away from the wall, but they're holding their arrows and crossbows, waiting for a bunch of things to enter.
Right. And I get on the rampart, waiting for you guys to come. And I just look at them and go, "This is it. This is your moment to defend everything that you stand for."
They all look up at you.
That's a different day.
Good timing, guys. Thank you.
All right, we've hit our
what's this
D8
one?
goal.
Here,
Go
roll
ahead
that
and
die.
roll the die.
D8.
Or
All
someone
right.
can roll it.
Thank you guys so much. You might just save lives.
Donna!
Yes!
What is it? What is it?
D8.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
nice.
All right,
I've got D8 too.
That's excellent.
Not this session. No.
Here we go. All right, here we go. So I look at everybody and I go.
You now feel incredibly inspired yourself.
I take out my loot, and I just sit there and look at everybody. And I go, if we die for something that we cared about. And I turn it around and I go. The weak they cry and try to hide from those who bring to tea. And so we fly upon pure light to staunch their suffering. We run and yell into the hell of the battlefield. We ride on steeds and blades, we sing injustice all but yields. Our justice all but yields, evil's fate truly sealed. Our justice all but yields, our justice all but yields, evil's fate truly sealed. May our enemies feel all broken willed. We are the people's valiant shield.
Oh yeah, you got the bond.
I think you just
Well deserved, sir. Well
inspiration
deserved.
for our entire audience.
Wow.
Nicely done, sir.
You see the smiles and the expressions on all of the soldiers' faces light up. Even those that are wounded, even those that have visible gash marks, still bleeding. They see you, a newcomer, in these ranks. They know that you are a friend, and now have essentially made it family. And they've just.
Here we go.
With you we fight, yeah! With him we fight, to our dying breath. You hear every
And I mimic that. I go, to our dying breath!
and you hear this immense
Well, let's
noise.
try not to die.
Let's keep life as our breath!
Yeah, Jingles has now joined. Like, what?
You're like, oh, fuck, you already started singing.
I knew I should have cut him off sooner.
You guys now hear.
Nope.
You can feel it now, the rumble. The scouts are various, those that are still poised up top looking over. You can still see them shaking, but they're just like holding onto their own. There's
I'm going to silently
200 yards!
I'm going to summon Helios to me.
Okay, you hear has already been kind of like near there at this point. You just hear various clangs from the swords and the various daggers and whatnot, just kind of like as they make noise. You guys also hear distant this time. Make a perception check.
Granny!
Oh. 15.
What is with me?
Natural 20.
Yes.
15.
You are in tune with.
Yeah. I'm like, those of you.
You're like,
So,
I got an 8 again.
8, 15,
It's like
15,
10
15.
tonight.
Natural 20.
You three hear from the north now. From where you came from initially.
Yeah, wait, I'm okay, hang on.
That way.
Yeah.
Yes.
The sounds, what sounds like a barbarian tribe. Furious.
Yes.
Angry.
Yes.
Wanting revenge and blood to be spilled this essentially evening.
Oh, yeah.
I am filled with glee, and I am gonna climb up on Helios.
The scouts immediately look over. Captain, we have an army from the north. What do we do?
And I'm gonna look at him and be like, I told you.
And I look
He
at the
looks
guy.
at you, I was like,
I look at
told
the guy
you
and I go,
They were coming.
You're right there next to me.
rejoice. And I take out a crossbow and I just shoot into the fucking fray of
Make
like
a roll. Make a roll.
Make a roll.
Let's see, what does, how many...
19.
Boom back up.
Okay.
Natural
Alright, cool.
19.
What does the barbarian army look like?
This
Fist is
looks
what they
like about 400 strong,
Okay.
and they're not forming any ranks. They're just almost like a flying V coming at this army. It's gonna take them a while, but they're coming in. Full on, just making their way. They're still standing on their horns.
Jingles, they're coming. We have to take cover until they can get here.
natural 19.
For
That crossbow.
oh yeah. So
think
go ahead and roll.
I did natural
Do you
19.
think the army is
No,
enough?
roll damage.
Oh, shit.
Gil.
Yeah.
The army, the barbarian army,
Mhm.
compared to the cultist army, what are the sizes?
It's still outnumbered by the cultist army, but these
Yeah.
are
They're hardcore barbarians, yeah.
You're dealing with
It's two to a
full-on
man,
raging
you feel me?
barbarians. You don't know what the outcome's going to be. There are thousands of these cultists.
I mean, are we sitting at like freaking Two Towers, Lord of the Rings
Yeah.
right now?
Yeah.
Similar.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Similar.
Yeah.
Not copyright, but similar.
Yeah, not copyright.
7.
Copyrighted? Just
Yeah, 7.
7 points of damage. In all the chaos, 100 yards, 50 yards. You hear someone essentially stumble and
Took an arrow to the knee.
Yeah.
Someone Wilhelm screams.
Now this opening is still a bottleneck, so now you feel
Exactly.
as they're trying to get up, you see a bunch of these arrows be released. Crossbows. Eventually, though, they make it through the ranks. You hear.
God.
Go ahead and if anyone wants to do anything at this point, because they are making.
yeah.
There
There is
are-
nothing I can
What
do.
roll do I need to make to get in the field position to piss myself?
That's a free action.
I don't think we can get to Highland in time. I don't want to go any closer.
And I'm
Those
gonna,
of
I'm
you
gonna message you.
who-
Where the hell?
Yeah,
are
where
we
is
here?
everybody? Where is everybody in relation? Can
You
we-
can where you see the dust has been like in this one area where the initial breach has happened. You imagine that everyone is there. You hear a large commotion. You hear swords clanging against shields.
So, like-
you hear people dying.
in relation to this gorgeous, beautiful map that you have made for us,
You probably be off a good ways this way
we'd be off this way and
to
then
the north.
They are.
They are probably around in this area. I can bring them up. You can situate yourself wherever you want, to be honest. At this point, this is
Behind the enemy lines.
High Captain.
Yes.
The High Captain is right there.
Oh, they're coming through. Oh, we're here.
Yeah.
Copy you.
So we need to hold that bottleneck, and we need to keep them from making another hole.
Oh, fuck.
Because we've got the advantage. This is Thermopylae, guys. This is freaking the movie 300.
I'm gonna put you.
They all die, but that's not the point.
You're about to
What
die.
to be that movie then?
Apparently, you're right there next
We're
to.
gonna win. That's because, well,
Horse.
Guys, I
Next to
have
Chris.
no spell slots left.
dude, I'm at 3 hit points.
We might as well just sing Duda because we're gonna sing that shit to our grave.
I want to ride to where you guys are because I have this thing and I need to know.
Yeah,
what you
I was
can
gonna
do
say
with it.
because I need whatever information they have because she seems to think it's urgent. So we've gotta. Okay.
I don't want to. go closer.
Okay,
This is-
I got it.
I can
Can I do
see
two
from
things?
what's going on.
Can I do two things, DM? DM,
Come
masterful,
Highlander, come here,
merciful
let's
God of all
What
that
is that?
is. I want to do two things. Number one, I want to drink a fucking. I need a drink. I just need a drink. So I go ahead and take my cup and I take a big swig from my barrel of drink. Now that I'm inspired by the barbarians that have come, and I take that down, and then I take out. Oh man. Okay. Oh shit. Okay. So I take out a section of rope and I wrap both my hands and cut the rope and then wrap the other hand. And I'm just like covered my hands in the rope.
Rope fists, essentially. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. That is going to be similar to.
Thank you! Now I really need to find you!
Now, here's the thing. You guys are like, watching all these things come over. You also see this ugly, large creature.
Oh,
You can go ahead and
wait
bring
a
that-
second. Kidnap Cam.
Yeah.
Kidnap Cam. Oh.
It is a good 12 feet high. This thing is holding a huge axe. Red skin. You can barely see the mouth through this all the armor, but you can see the various hands, the skin kind of like near the hands and the feet. It has, I believe, a tail. Yep.
Yeah, it has a tail.
And it is currently making its way around.
All right. Now, before he does anything,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
rolling this shit.
Now, here's the interesting bit of it. You guys hear in the back, release. You guys look as the trebuchet is now fired.
Does it have
blue-
a package? It has the payload. Well, there goes my idea.
You guys watch it fall just in front. The wall shields most of you, for the most part. There's various shrapnel flying throughout the hole there. However, this large creature that has made its way in, this is your divine intervention.
Vaporize.
Fucking thank you, everybody. Oh my god, we're gonna die. We're about to die.
Holy shit.
Punches a hole right through this thing. Its axe. Everyone, you two roll a dexterity save as this thing goes right next to you.
9.
You know what?
One.
Natural one.
On that note, we're gonna roll because we
That's
got
right.
one.
We've got 2 things to
Yes.
roll.
Reroll and
Oh wait,
got-
I have a fucking D6.
Wait.
Wait for it.
Yeah,
Wait for it.
Okay.
Because if you
These
get the
first.
re-roll,
Oh,
use
yeah.
the re-roll.
Okay.
All right,
Oh, yeah,
so
yeah,
we
yes,
got.
yes, yes.
Hey, I got the next. Was it the D8
It
or
was
the
the
re-roll?
reroll first, and then you
Re-roll.
did the 10.
Okay. All right. Re-roll goes to Jingles.
Alright.
Give it some.
What's this for?
This
The
is
D10.
for the
D10.
D10.
That is for
Jingles.
Jingles also.
Oh!
You are super lucky today, my friend.
For you.
I got a 9. I'm gonna go ahead. Thank you, all the viewers. You might have just saved my face from an axe. I'm gonna go ahead and use my D8 on top of my 9 to
Okay.
avoid this fucking
Okay.
axe. That is a 14.
Okay,
14.
This may not help me at all because my dexterity is
14
ass. But
saves you. Yeah. What?
well, that would be 7, but it's 6
Oh, because
6
it's
total?
negative next
because I have a -1 dexterity
Okay.
modifier. It's better than a 1.
Yeah. You see this thing, you duck out of the way. Hylene is not so lucky. Now, it's not doing its full damage, so it's going to mar you. I think I gave you the D6. That's what I'm trying to do.
Guess it doesn't do any
Okay.
damage.
You take 4 points of damage.
Okay. I'm
As it
still alive.
essentially,
Here.
it doesn't cut into you, but it broadsides you. As you kind of fall prone, you quickly get up though. I know you would. You wouldn't just sit there. But
I go back to her and I help her. Is it in her?
no,
It
it's
just
not
smacked
stuck in
me.
it. at all.
Slapped her in the
Smacked
It smacked me.
There is a large, however, right now, a large axe right there.
Can I pick it up?
would you?
Oh, it's massive.
Okay, never mind.
Go ahead and roll a strength check.
All right, I'll try. I'll try.
You
It's
Stop
6.
rolling that die, dude.
currently
He's with us.
with you.
I know.
Yeah.
He's with us. I'm just
Okay.
saying.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you 2 rounds to kind of join up with everyone because
Okay.
you're like, still kind of a little bit of ways.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to join up.
It's
with
we're
everyone.
gonna message. I'm
Okay.
just curious if Muggsy can lift it, but
So that was a 6, which means I'm not lifting that shit. All right.
And I look at her and I
Anyway.
go, leave it. We need to leave.
Okay, so I'm gonna get back on Helios, and I'm gonna look at
Mount up.
Don Ash. Are you coming with me, or are you staying?
I'm always behind you.
All right, so hop on. I literally can carry you. All right, so Don Ash. What about Amalthea is still there? I'm gonna look at
Amalthea is with us.
Oh, she's okay. Never mind.
Can you see it now? Yeah.
The horse is riding me, apparently.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. One day I'll get it figured, guys.
I
Yes.
love that. I think that just
All right.
works.
Okay.
So and I'm gonna message you now. Where are you? We are coming to you.
All right.
These three have died. You hear the commotion outside. It stopped for a moment. And you start to hear it slowly kind of build back again. Because it's created a huge void now in front of the keep. I mean, it did kind of open it up a little bit at this point, but the main point of this was to clear out a good portion of it. They were waiting for this, essentially. And, yeah.
Okay. Amalthea, I'm gonna see your message. Amalthea, do you have an arrow?
Yes.
Shoot it straight up. And as she wait
At a little
before.
bit of an angle.
Yeah, I was gonna say no.
Don't
Oh,
shoot
yes,
at me,
slightly,
please.
slightly, but on the when I say go,
Mom and Dad.
and I'm
What do you
going
want me to do?
Write down, look to the sky, look for glowy thing in sky, and I'm gonna send.
Don't shoot up a flare of our position.
It's fine. They're
What's
not
the
gonna
worst
pay
that could
attention.
happen? Oh,
Yeah,
God.
they're not looking. They just got blown up. Because I can't get to it. So I'm gonna
It's hard to
touch the
hold.
thing. Light,
Yeah, really.
light,
Yeah, no.
and just.
All right. You hear shh on the scroll.
Okay. And I look to the sky.
Well, you read it. You have to
Okay, I read it.
yeah.
Okay. So I read it. I see what it says, and I'm gonna look to the sky.
You see an arrow lit up.
Okay, I'm gonna write toward it.
All right, and turn off light.
Well, and I'm hiding.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
He just sent a flare up for everyone to see us. 21.
21.
20.
Okay.
21.
Okay, Trixie. Now I want. Trixie. Damn it!
Yep.
Every time.
Pretty much. Okay. You're riding over there.
Yes.
It's gonna take you actually a turn to get
Okay.
there. Donish, what are you doing?
I want her. I'm on the.
Oh,
riding
right,
with
currently.
me.
So, all right. Now
I
you
sang
hear-
and left. I did my job. Peace out. I like collected a coin from my hat, and I was like, "Oh, see you later."
much like Aragorn on the Two Towers.
Hey.
He lives in the eve of battle.
Yeah.
All right. So you ride over, and about a short time later, you see Jingles, you see Muggsy. You can't see, you don't see Trixie just yet, but you.
All right, so I'm gonna stop, and I'm gonna jump off of Helios, and I'm immediately going to take out the wand. Would you know how to use this?
What the hell is that?
It contains the blue stone. I don't know how to use the blue stone.
Make sure that's not coming for us.
It's coming for various buildings. They're launching both, and
Okay.
they're
Just making
full on
sure
battle.
we're not gonna
at
get
this point.
smacked. Okay, all right. So where did you find that? What?
The captain was hiding it. Apparently there are 5 of these
Son of a bitch!
Apparently there are 5 of these artifacts. They can either be used to summon demons or summon
Wait a
deities.
second. This is an artifact.
It is an artifact.
Trixie's gonna step out of the shadows. Is
I
this
will be
what they
keeping
came-
this artifact.
Is this what they
This is
came
exactly
for?
what they came for. We
Let's
cannot
give it
let
to
them.
What?
There's 5 of them. They can't summon anything. They're going to kill all of us. We just saved them
But what's to
by
s-
killing the bug.
And giving them the artifact will
Who's to
stop
say they
them
don't
from
know what
killing
the other
us?
4 are?
That's what they're here for. Otherwise, they're going to kill us and take it.
They are propelled by a demonic force. Do you think that just because we're going to give in to their needs, they're going to save our lives?
Jingles saying save our lives. I'm saying
Can you
not
at least
spare us
put
is
your
the same
hand on this
thing.
and tell me what
Yes,
you can do
Trixie,
with this?
Donish, hang on. And I want to lean forward. Yeah. And I would like to put a single finger on the stone.
Arcana check.
Okay.
You're trying to figure out what this thing's about.
I would like to figure out, yeah, because
I figured it was not just a
Yeah.
touch.
It wasn't just, yeah.
Oh, it's solid. It's totally solid.
And I'm gonna use that reroll because that's a 2.
Damn. Viewers, thank you. You are saving lives.
Jesus Christ.
Do better.
Do better.
7.
Oh, here it is, the math. Here it
Math.
comes. This is turning red.
Oh, are you doubling up on them?
I gotta know what this thing is. This is super important.
What are you doing?
Can you just cast?
No, I'm not. I'm gonna.
I'm sorry. Can you just cast identify?
I'm gonna blast a spell slot.
Okay. Well, what was the roll anyway?
It's a 7 plus 5, so 13.
Okay. It's
So
not horrible. You're not gonna get.
12. I'm an actor.
Wow.
12.
Wow.
Fair enough. 12.
Wow.
But I am going
Slightly less information than
Yeah,
but
no. Regardless, I'm
Okay.
I'm gonna drop the identify.
Okay.
So I'm gonna use my last first level slot for identify.
Okay. You go and take some time and it comes back with like a wealth of things onto this. You don't get the exact like makeout. I don't have the card just yet is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. I got you, Gil. I got you.
I haven't made it. I'm sorry.
No, this is the
But
beautiful mind.
This is just like this thing is powerful. First of all, it's holding a sphere of smoothened blue crystal at its at the end there, encompassed by what looks like a crow's foot, if you will. The orb is very dark. It's got a lot of intricate workings onto it, little various gold bands, and writing you can't really understand. It looks just more like runes than anything else, more decoration. At the very end is a small little tiny ruby. It doesn't look like it holds any kind of special use for it. It's just more of a adorning piece. But you feel that this thing has a lot of power inherent into this. Probably more so than you.
Anything else I've touched?
And, well, you can.
And you've touched a lot.
I've touched
More
a lot
than
of
you
things.
can understand as of this moment.
Okay. Wow. Whew. I'll straighten my hair back out and fix my mustache.
Did you just orgasm for this thing?
It's been a while.
Wow.
This is impressive. I don't know what exactly this is, but we cannot let them have this.
Is there any way to use this as a weapon?
I don't know, but I can try.
If I ride out there with it, can you activate it from afar?
I don't think that that's a wise idea. I do not think that
I don't think we should go
this
to
towards
them.
them with this is a good
Yes.
idea.
Then we need to find a way out and get this as far away from this keep as humanly possible.
I agree. So,
That part.
Have you guys found a way out yet?
the back gate has more people at it now. It's about 400 strong. I was hoping to use the bomb on them and sneak out without anybody noticing, but I don't know now. How close are
You hear the.
can we see where the barbarians are?
You'd have to make your way over to the walls now.
Up to the walls?
This
Okay.
part of the ramparts are not really manned at this moment. They're all focusing where the breach is, which is just south of the main portcullis that you entered the night before.
Is the portcullis, is it just one layer or is it 2 layers?
Now
of iron
they've
gate?
doubled up, much like the back has done so. You didn't really notice them at first, but they've gone and doubled up 2 portcullises and essentially a stone door.
We need to go back to Godard. We need to gather all the blue crystals that we possibly can, because if anything, if we have this artifact,
Yes.
it will not hurt to take as much as we can that is potentially going to help them. We need to go back to Godard, take all the crystals that are not used for the blue
I say
powder,
we blow
and
it
then
all.
take the blue powder if we have it.
Yeah,
And then do what?
We fucking explode this thing to the ground.
Explode what to the ground?
The key?
The entire thing.
With everyone in it?
We have to figure out a way to send this over towards the army. We have no other choice. What do we
What?
want to do?
What if we go into the tunnels that were partially collapsed? I can help move earth, and what if we collapse the front portion of the tunnel behind so the barbarians can take care of the cultist army? We'll hide
Trixie.
with.
I can't run.
Well, I can't die. And I don't see another option. Do you?
I don't see
You're
another
saying
option. But this is the thing. We cannot leave these people to just suffer for what's happening. We have the barbarians. We have a chance.
Jingles, if we can get our hands on more blue powder, will you ride with me and catapult it?
yes.
Okay.
Trixie, stay here with me. We
But
can gather what
everyone's
we
fighting.
can.
You're gonna kill. Everyone's mixed up now. The barbarians and the cultists and
Not
the key
there.
people.
Not there. Out
Find
back.
a way out. Find a way out, you two. Jingles and I, and Amalthea. Jingles and I will go back to Godard.
Igor.
We will get more powder, and we will blast our way out of here if we have to.
I think the back is our best option. We
The
cannot.
barbarians are coming from the north. They can take care of that
Exactly.
end.
We just need to clear a path so that we can get out the back alive. Because if we die, then all of this is for naught. We need to get out alive, and I think the back is our best way to do it.
All right,
You
Jingles,
guys
get on
hear
Helios. Let's get the hell out of here.
various footfalls. You see through the mist and what all the various smoke and the dust. You see Dorian and Captain Rosenberg I saw you run. Are you okay?
We need to find Godard. We're gonna find as much blue powder as we possibly can and do what we can to stop this army in any means possible.
We have
barbarians-
no more.
No
You just
more.
used the last of it. Did you not see the explosion out front?
This is why you should never let other people plan your things.
You still have blue crystals though in your toe, do you
It
not?
takes a while to refine it.
That's not what I'm asking. We need to get those blue crystals and keep them with us. If those fiends get their hands on whatever magical stuff that you have, they will use it against other people.
Dorian speaks at this moment. I don't think they care for the blue crystals, although valuable, yes.
The artifact.
They're looking for that artifact.
Then we are going to get it as far away from here as we humanly possibly
Agreed.
can. Captain, get your men out of here.
Agreed. What I'm thinking, I've been watching the barbarian horde. They are coming for the entrance itself too. They mean to get us out, I think.
If they're in a rage, they may not know friend from foe.
That's
You
not
need to
true.
stay
That's not
behind.
true. They understand friend from foe. This is their ancestors speaking within them.
Wait a second.
Did we not see her go into a rage around us?
Do you have a trebuchet?
We have several. We had the one that just
How
fired.
close is the barbarian army to us?
At this point, this is the Dungeon Master speaks. These two do. I would say 30 seconds out.
30 seconds equates to
And
trebuchet range?
You know,
Trebuchet
being launched
range?
at about
Oh,
80 miles an hour with
sure.
parabola speed.
Yeah,
Excellent.
500 meters essentially is what a trebuchet's range is. Now that's real world. I don't know what
Yes.
it is. I may have to look up what it is. But
Hey, I'm cool with real world.
Do we have a way
So,
of finding out
this is
what
the
is
real
going
world.
on with the cultists that are flanking the other side of the keep?
Yes.
Say what?
We can figure out what's going on with the other cultists.
We can figure it out, but if we are concerned about getting out of here and getting as far away as we can, have the barbarians cleared an area? Does it look
They
like
have
their
yet to-
army has
They've yet to
They have yet to engage. So, the cultists have now just boom, bottlenecked right at the hole. You cleared a good portion of them, and they're going back into it. The barbarians are coming in from the north and are going to side wipe them.
Okay.
They've announced their thing, and are you
So,
those?
let's say we were to aim a trebuchet filled with a couple heroes, aim it to the north where the barbarians are coming from, launch ourselves as far as we can. I have spell slots now, and I can handle all of us. I can get us out.
Even my horse.
Even your horse. Yes.
Do you think that's better to be shot back into the fray than to just hide
Not
here
in the
and wait?
fray, over the fray, and through. Back the
Can
way we
make
came,
it
back to the
over
barbarian
the
village.
fray? Like way over the fray?
Should we be bringing this artifact to the barbarian?
You're not good at it.
No,
putting
we
them all
keep
in
it.
danger.
We touch the ground and we book it and we get the hell out of
Are
Dodge.
you saying this out loud?
Yes.
In front of Captain Osborne?
Yes. If you understand the importance of this artifact, you are not going to bat an eye. We need to get this out now.
We'll give you time.
Can we
How much
can we
time do
shoot
you
ourselves
need?
far enough? Captain, that was kind of a question for you. I'm concerned.
You don't know. Is the answer I give.
God damn it, Jingles.
Captain,
This is cowardly.
Yes.
would you permit me to take the book that your grandfather left?
You know where it is.
I do.
He gives you the key.
Alright, and I'm gonna I'll be right back, and I'm
Get
gonna...
on. You're currently on the horse now. Do you get off?
No, I'm still on it, but I go, we can't fucking leave these people to die!
Why not? They lied to us. They would have let us die down there.
Osborne lied, but not the fucking civilians that are
you
here.
arguing as
Us
we're
dying
galloping?
too.
Yes,
On two other
Yes.
ends of the horse.
Yes, essentially.
Okay, eventually you guys get without earshot and you're currently on the horse, galloping towards the main keep, the main center where the hall is essentially. And you have yet to visit the,
We're not visiting, we're grabbing what we need to get in.
you have yet to enter the chambers where there was a hidden compartment where Hylan and Dorian went earlier. She eventually leads you towards that thing. There's various, you feel the keep shudder as various trebuchets are still firing. You hear various noises. Actually, you roll me a perception check as you're now within the rear of the keep.
19.
See what happens when you
Okay.
stop rolling his die?
As you walk towards the second level of the back part of the keep there, you look out the windows and you can see ladders being put up. There is no one guarding the back now. They're all
Oh, there's
in
no
front.
one.
All ranks have been
scattered. This is it.
All right, I'm gonna
You get
quickly.
in.
I'm gonna quickly
Grab,
get
yeah.
that book.
There's no traps or
Don't
whatever.
leave my horse. All right, I'm gonna get back on the horse and we're gonna book it back.
Back, full gallop, back towards where they are.
Which direction was that again?
It was completely west, where the cultists are bringing ladders.
Are we within earshot of everyone? Are we back to where everyone was?
Give you time, yes. Now, at this point, this is about like I mentioned 30 seconds away. You hear clashes. What sounds like flesh rending from bone, and you can imagine this is the barbarian army clashing against these cultists. Some of them have made their ranks, so the cultists have kind of formed up. They're being torn. You hear, as again on the other side of this wall, you hear this massive army just clear a path towards the entrance, and that's where we're gonna end.
No! No!
Well, I did not get a chance to use the natural one just because there weren't a lot of.
Oh, we should. I think we need to roll that over.
So that's rolling over.
I think
What?
we're rolling over.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
the
I was gonna
natural
say, so
one.
I'm
All right.
hanging
The
out
natural
that for
one
the
sticking
beginning
through next week.
for when
Yep.
there is a.
That means
roll
I get to keep mine.
Yeah, that's true. Guys, thank you so much for donating all of that.
that
It's
was
so
amazing.
appreciated.
Y'all
And you
made
have
it.
to wait a couple
Yeah.
weeks to
Did
use it.
Because of you all, you literally have saved all of these characters from imminent death. Like
Yes.
that, I really think that would have been death.
I'm really
Oh
sad
my
that this guy
God.
didn't get to make his
I am
full-on
not
debut.
sad at all.
I made so
Not
much.
sad at
I built
all.
this guy up so
He
well,
looks
though.
very cool.
Fuck
He does
that
look
guy.
Hey, didn't know that. I'll take a picture because
But
I'm
he's
dead.
dead. You can't bring him out
I
another time.
can't.
Even
got
if
a
he
brother.
comes back
He's got an
alive, the
evil
barbarians
twin.
are gonna just
Ugh.
tear him apart. We're
You
okay
think he's
with
got a
that.
good twin?
Yeah, right.
But yeah,
guys,
you guys seriously,
Yeah.
this was fantastic.
Thank you
I
so
mean, you
much.
guys are so generous. It,
Thank you for sticking
it is-
around.
And for anyone
hits
who's,
home.
for anyone who's like a new viewer to this channel, thank you so much
Yeah.
for coming to join us. We do have a website that's actually linked below. Like we have our Instagram down there, we have our Twitter and all that good stuff, so you can kind of check out what's going on. And we also have all of our episodes on our YouTube, which is our YouTube channel, youtube.com/TriangleTableTavern. You can watch all of the past episodes, and we can also listen to it in podcast form on our
on the
website.
website.
Yeah,
on
so
the
if you guys,
website,
are at
check
work-
episodes on the website. It'll give you podcast options. Just listen to the whole damn thing. It's
The link, I'm sure the moderator will put the link up right now.
You can
here,
chat
too.
and hopefully below on the website. Yeah, so guys, if you guys have to work and you can't really watch the stream, you can listen to it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna blast it as soon as we're done
yeah,
here.
seriously. And we will not be continuing this
Yeah.
story.
This
next
story
week.
for 2 weeks.
Oh,
Yeah,
for
so
2 weeks.
we're on a bit of a cliffhanger right now. But if you want something a little bit lighter,
Grantham Savior.
if you want something a little bit lighter, feel free to tune in next week and the week after.
The week after, yes.
Yeah, we're doing a
Next week,
one-shot.
the week
Yeah,
after.
fun
One
stuff.
shot, 2 episode, one
Fun
shot.
stuff.
DM'd by our very own Adam Go.
That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. Very light-hearted, so not as much drama as you may
There's
have
going
seen
to be
tonight.
some interesting characters involved as well.
Oh
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
that is the true.
Yeah,
cream.
that's the true, and we
This
won't
is
give
the
it away
cream at the
quite
center.
yet.
No.
But there's a fun little twist to the campaign.
You guys will love it.
Oh my god, thank you guys so much for everything.
Thank you. We love you. Thank you to all of our longtime viewers.
Thank
we
you
appreciate
guys
it
so much for sticking with us. And with that, there are 20 sides to every story. That's yours. Bye.
Later, guys.